I'll eat a stale donut.
What's your go-to junk food though? Like in all seriousness.
Pizza?
Well, we are back here and we're talking junk food with Stacey Dales. And my go-to is pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pizza is my number one. I love a pizza. I love an ice cream.
Okay.
And I love beer.
Okay.
I'm a simple man.
Let's go.
Very simple.
I'm a simple, and like I can't consider like sushi or steak really like a proper junk food.
No.
You know what I mean? Because sushi it's just fish and rice, and I'm a classic sushi guy. I'm not like a roll where I want all the stuff on it. I just want a little omakase with a little rice and a little
sugarfish.
You know, there you go.
Oh,
beautiful.
great.
Yeah.
I like that, and then like steak is steak. You know, it's just red meat. Like I don't need it all crazy. I don't need butter all over it. Nothing like that. I just need a nice, good, medium rare piece of red meat.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I'm more of the pizza guy.
Okay.
So just fried.
I'm a Five Guys.
Ooh.
Burgers and fries.
Yeah, I get about 3 after like the combine, for instance, or the Super Bowl. I'll get like 3 cheeseburgers
Yes.
and French fries.
Yes.
And crush them.
They're the best fries.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a
before-
Five Guys 5 minutes away from here, Stacey.
Five guys. But there's also a place called Hi Ho that if you want a burger, in LA, get you a Hi Ho. Some of the
Everybody's
best fries.
salivating.
Is that in Marina Del Rey?
It's in Marina. Yeah.
That-
Yeah,
okay.
it's very good.
So you're gonna have a match with hit the ring with Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns and I, yes, going toe to toe, the heavyweight title.
What's-
You had some questions about wrestling. I'll try to answer them in the few minutes we have left. So, what do you got?
Yeah, how real is it? Like what?
That's an interesting question. So it's real in the sense that there's a lot of physicality that goes on, and a lot of it is very painful. And every time I fall on my back or come flying off the top rope and fall on my stomach, bad things can happen. And those bumps, as we call them, do accumulate over time. And it's like getting hit by a car. Like the mat it's literally steel, it's plywood, and it's about this much padding and then canvas over top, and that's it. There's no like magic.
So how many fractures have you sustained over the years? Because you're one of the best to ever do it. Like
Yeah. So, I mean, some guys go their whole career not getting hurt, but I've had some bad ones. I've torn my whole right knee. So MCL, meniscus, ACL. I've done my meniscus on my left knee as well. I had rotator cuff surgery last October. I've broken my jaw. I've separated both my shoulders multiple times. You know, I've had my fair share of concussions as well.
so what brings you back?
Oh my God.
You're obsessed with it.
I'm obsessed with it. I've loved it since I was a little kid.
Is there ever a moment where like you're looking across the ring at Roman, for instance, and you're like, dude, you just crossed the line? Like, or is that none of it's rehearsed?
Well, so some of it is rehearsed. Yeah.
It is.
Some of it's like an improv comedy set a little bit where like, oh, we've talked about what we might go over. Here are the set pieces, you know what I'm saying? And we speak a common language when we're out there. So we all kind of know where we're going, at least if we're good at what we do. And usually there's someone in there who's a leader, you know, someone that can like kind of take, like I could take you and get you through the paces, you know what I'm saying? If with enough training. And so then it's vibe with the crowd. It's this live audience interaction because you don't know what kind of ride they're going to take you on. You have a design. You're saying, oh, this is the story we want to tell. This is what we want to get done in there. But sometimes the crowd takes you in a direction that you're not ready for, and you got to be able to pivot to get it done. So it's a
What's
really...
your favorite wrestling move?
My favorite wrestling move is one that I'm delivering, and it's my finishing move, and it's called the stomp, and it's just where I put somebody's head directly into the mat, and then I pin them, and it's a 1, 2, 3. That's my favorite wrestling move. That's my favorite one. It's the easiest one. It's the simplest one. It's the one where I win. But yeah, wrestling is a wild...
Andre the Giant was my favorite.
Andre,
my favorite wrestler of all time.
What a king.
There you go, Stacey. Look at that picture.
Unbelievable.
That's the stomping.
There it is.
There it is.
There I
That is
am, giving
amazing.
it to Penta.
Yeah.
Look at how athletic you are, dude. Like that's just...
Still got it.
It's sick, man. And it is like it looks painful when I watch.
Yeah.
But it
is
also,
painful.
how much rehearsal does go into it? Like for this match coming up,
It's just more of a conversation.
just a conversation right before.
Yeah, it's just more of a conversation. That's it. Thank you for asking about professional
You're welcome.
wrestling. Though.
Thanks for
You're the best.
enlightening
Stacey
me.
Dales, everybody. She's the one.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
Luke Schwartz, WCTI 12. What's your take on the 2026 Pirates?
Well, I mean, it's no surprise there's good expectations and predictions for this team because Blake Carroll, ever since he took over, has exceeded expectations year in and year out over the last, I guess, year and a half, 2 years, so to speak. And watching this team in spring, you could tell there was a juice, there was an excitement among the guys.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, exclusively on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And now with 3 locations. A brand new Country Mart is now open on Highway 11 right across from Aiden Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates.
You want the college experience, the campus, the community, the feeling that your life is about to take shape. At Pitt Community College, you get all of that. PCC graduates move on to a university or launch careers they love with little or no debt. Registration for fall semester is going on now. Classes begin August 14th. Your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Let's get started. Start your future today at pittcc.edu/get started.
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen.
The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza is back for only $14.99. The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza made from original fresh dough, hand-stuffed with cheese and signature pepperoni, and baked into a garlicky seasoned crust. Order at papajohns.com. Go Pirates!
Ahoy, Pirate Nation! This is your hometown team at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with the Summer Hot Deals event that's making waves across eastern North Carolina. Score 8% below MSRP on 2026 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cabs, 12% below MSRP on Bighorn, Lone Star, and Laramie models, and an unbelievable 15% below MSRP on Rebel, Limited, and Tungsten Crew Cabs. Now's the time to upgrade your ride. From all of us at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, proud supporters of Pirate Radio and Pirate Nation. Remember, drive a little to save a lot.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Konbe hit, driven back, ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Football Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the First Flight Credit Union Studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on line, PR927FM.com. I just said that. And the Pirate Radio app is powered by Carolina Caliber. We are on YouTube for the next 3 hours. Come hang out, talk football with us. I'm 2 feet in at this point. Cut a fifth quarter promo that you'll hear in the future earlier today. Had me listening to old fifth quarters, going through box scores. Just had a great chat. Big Ten preview with Jeff Nadu in detail. You'll hear that later in the show. And we have a huge announcement regarding the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. So 44 days away. If you ask Clip, when did football season start for you? It's today. I'm all in now. I can't wait. I'm ready. 44 days away on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff, and we have some great football guests coming your way today. We've got Ellerby here for a big announcement at the top of the show. We'll get to that in just a moment. Big Ten Cappy, Zach Kaplan, will join us to talk some football. I believe he said he'd be missing trivia next week because high school football practice gets underway. So we'll talk a little area football, college, NFL with him. ECU's all-time leading rusher and former Pirate assistant coach Junior Smith will join us inside the First Flight Credit Union Studios at 4 o'clock. The second all-time leading rusher, Rahjai Harris, will join us in that hour as well, as he is back in South Carolina getting ready for a camp this weekend. We'll talk to Rahjai. Brian Bailey will join us live at 5 o'clock from Florida at American Conference Media Days. And again, Jeff Nadu, Big Ten preview, as we got some ECU connections there. How will Caton Hauser do year one in Illinois? How will former East Carolina offensive coordinator Lincoln Riley do in year 5 at USC? Big Ten's a fascinating conference. We'll break that down coming up later on in the show. Shirley Rhodes is here. The Jack Man, Jackson, helping out as well. Chandler Honeycutt is eating candy. We got Jared Watkins here, and to my left, the boss, Jonathan Ellerby. What's up, Ellerby?
Hello, Clipper. It's a big day here on Pirate Radio Live. Got some fun news to share with the Pirate Nation.
Should we take a timeout and wait and push it back?
Keep teasing it for hour 2, hour 3. Drive people crazy.
Pirate Radio football kickoff party. We've been dropping details here and there. We got the date. We've told you the location, back at the Hilton this year. Rahjai has hinted that he plans on returning, which is awesome. He said he loved it last year, meeting the fans and talking to folks. Yesterday, we dropped the big announcement that Ken Wallington would be there, Ellerby. But we went out and found somebody else to make another big announcement for. Yeah. And this is the biggest guest we've had, literally. Like, yes. Not figuratively, size-wise, the biggest guest we've had at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party.
Yeah, we were looking, of course, Rahjai's on our team here. We love having him and all the former players and coaches that are part of this show and our pregame, postgame, and just we've made so many great relationships over the years. And when we were looking to have the party this year, and we were looking to, hey, who would be a great guest that we could honor and bring to Greenville, and Pirate Nation would just be really excited about. And I agree with you. It is the probably biggest guest we've ever had, figuratively, as we are super, super excited to announce today that ECU legend and future ECU Hall of Famer will be making his return to Greenville on September 10th for the first time since he left in 2009.
Wow.
Linville Joseph will be our special honored guest at the 2026 Pirate Radio football kickoff party. He's had just an unbelievable NFL career. As a lot of people remember, he left East Carolina after his junior season, after being a part of those back-to-back conference championship teams in 2008 and 2009, and won a Super Bowl with the Giants in year 2 of his NFL season, was a 2-time Pro Bowler in 2016 and 2017. And I do believe, Clip, that if you add up all the contracts and everything he has had in the National Football League, that he may be the highest grossing paid Pirate of all time. So,
well, after his great career with the Giants in Minnesota, he became a mercenary. He was one of those guys you would pick up kind of late in the fall, or even sometimes even during the season, to help you for a Super Bowl run, and would get deals that way. That's how respected he was. Hey, don't worry about training camp or anything. Just show up and stuff the run and go get the quarterback. But what a great career from 2010 to 2024. It's crazy, Ellerby. He hasn't been back, but obviously he's been busy during football season doing other stuff. So what a way to reunite with the big man.
Yeah, absolutely. I talked to Linville yesterday, and man, he is fired up about coming back to Greenville. I mean, just like as most of the people that have come back to Greenville haven't been here in over a decade or even over a year or two. I mean, the place has dramatically changed, and he's excited to be here for that Pirate Radio football kickoff party. It is going to be at the Hilton this year on Greenville Boulevard. So, and here's the other thing that we haven't released it yet, but the tickets for this year's party are going to be free again. We've had the party at the Hilton for many years before. The tickets will be free. We'll give you some details of how you can get tickets in late August. And also just want to thank, our title sponsor, Bud Light and Carolina Eagle. They've been great about helping us put on the party every year since we've done it. And just super, super excited that Linville is going to be a part of it. Also want to thank his agent, Bill Johnson, who is a Pirate as well, and has been incremental in helping me put this deal together to get Linville to come back to town. So I think it's just going to be an absolutely fun night. It's the Thursday that leads into the weekend where the Pirates play Appalachian State. So come to town early if you're an out-of-town Pirate, but go ahead and put it on your calendar for that Thursday, September the 10th. 49 days away until that Pirate Radio football kickoff party. And who knows, man, if the Pirates are coming off a shocking win over the Crimson Tide that previous Saturday. Greenville's going to be on fire either way, because that game against Appalachian, as you said, is a huge game, but just an absolute huge guest, and just a first-class individual. I had a chance, as I said, spend some time with Linval on the phone yesterday, and man, he has just done so many amazing things, and just been such a great representative of East Carolina. I mean, he's just one of those guys that, I think all these pro Pirates that have played in the NFL or Major League Baseball really just help instill that East Carolina pride in your university and where you live, and he's absolutely a first-class person, and just excited to be having him back here in Greenville for the first time. And he's pumped up. There's a little video we've got that we can get to, and don't take my word for it anymore. Maybe we can hear it straight from Linville.
What's up, Pirate Nation? It is I, Linval Joseph, and I'm super excited to let everybody know that I will be coming back to Greenville, North Carolina, September 10th for the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. I want it to be one of the best events that Greenville has to offer. I'm excited to meet everybody. It's been way too long. Let's go, Pirates. Let's be great. See you soon.
Man, that's awesome stuff. And not to promote anybody else, but you did kind of drop that Linville's going to try to get some teammates there and stuff. So it's going to be a great football celebration.
Yeah, when I talked to him the other day, man, he was already rattling off. Of course, guy that was up on the line with him, CJ Wilson, is the head football coach.
Well, he wouldn't have a long drive.
No, he would be real short. I think he mentioned Jay Ross is in the area, and you talked to Brandon Simmons just recently.
Yep.
Of course, he was teammates.
He's in the Raleigh area.
Yeah, he was. All the guys we talked to over the last few weeks that were teammates with Chris Johnson. Obviously, there's some crossover there with Linval as well. So I think it's going to be tremendous. I think we're going to get a tremendous amount of former players, and hopefully Coach Hud and some of the guys will be back in town as well for the September 10th. But it's going to be a really, really fun night. And so make your plans. The Greenville Hilton, September 10th. And man, it's just as I said, I told if you've never been to the Pirate Radio football kickoff party, make this your first one, and come see one of the largest humans that have ever played football here at East Carolina. Yeah. He's just a big guy and a super, super nice guy. Kind of seems like a gentle giant. Obviously, nobody wants to line up against him and try to block him, but should be a lot of fun that night. And it's just we're going to announce who our band is going to be coming up in the next few weeks. We've got some great entertainment planned for that night, but it's just a fun night. It's just there's really no catch. It's going to be free to get in if you're 21 or older. You just got to get your hands on tickets when we release those and come out and bring your Pirate friends and have a good time.
It is the party of the year. What a way to celebrate football returning. And I love it every year. It is the kickoff to the season. Again, today, Ellerby, was my first day where I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Like, I tried to put it off as long as possible because it's still a long wait. Although with media days today, we'll talk to Brian Bailey later on in the show. I mentioned, high school practice beginning. Ellerby, after today, only one more Thursday without football. Hall of Fame game is in 2 weeks in the NFL. You got week 0 before that, and we'll be covering, of course, Pirate football all throughout August when they begin camp. So, it's basically here at this point.
Yeah, it is. All in for football, as you said, 44 days until East Carolina and Alabama, 49 days to the party. So it's absolutely that time of year. And when you're getting geeked up about preseason football right now and not complaining about it, then you know we're making the
That's later. There's stages to it, Ellerby.
Yeah.
It's get excited, get let down by preseason, get re-excited.
Have any of the stages changed? Are you still kind of doing the same pattern?
Yeah, I'm pretty consistent with like August though. That's fantasy football season. That's preview season. Like I love August. I like August. The actual preseason games I don't like. Everything else around it is great. And then of course when you get to September, it's amazing. ECU football note: Ellerby, ECU announcing today that they will have a Chris Johnson decal on the helmets this year. That's a classy touch that the Pirates will be doing.
1,000%. Just a great move by Blake Harrell and the team to honor Chris Johnson. That's going to be just well talked about this year, and I know just so many people still have their thoughts and prayers going out to him and his family, and it's just that was some tough news a few weeks ago.
No doubt. Linville Joseph will be coming to the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. Cannot wait to have the big fella here in Greenville. And again, first time, Ellerby, since 2009. He's a Florida boy and has been around the nation playing football for 6 different teams, predominantly for the Giants and Vikings, but a stint on the Chargers, Eagles, Bills, and Cowboys. So he's been around the nation, just not here to the Pirate Nation, but now post-football will finally get a chance. Ellerby, we'll talk to him, of course. Do you know what his post-football plans are? What he's going to be doing?
And we're going to be catching up with him in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He's got some more travel plans that he's doing, and I hope you're not offended that he's played for every NFC East team except the Washington team.
I was going to bring that up, but I was like, why make this about me? But it's another Dwayne Harris. It's another example of a guy that's all over the NFC East except Washington.
Well, Dwayne didn't play for the Eagles.
Right? No, but he played for the damn Cowboys and Giants.
Yeah, well, so did Linville. Checked all 3 boxes right there.
I'm aware, dude.
You're aware. You're aware. So maybe, and
I hate Linville Joseph.
So to get back to my point clip, I just wanted to calm you down a little bit.
All right, I'm good.
I wouldn't necessarily say his playing days are over.
Okay.
Perhaps he hasn't officially retired.
Okay.
But that he likes to do that thing that I think he's still in shape. And maybe in late October, early November, if someone has some injuries or stuff. I mean, I'm not trying to speak for him. We'll obviously talk to him in a few weeks, but I think I don't think that door is completely shut.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be the right situation, the right money, and the right team. So we'll definitely look forward to talking to him about his future plans. And when you say well-traveled, he was well-traveled in the National Football League. He's also a well-traveled person now, doing a lot of things. He's a girl dad. He's got some children that he loves spending some time with. But I know recently he was just in like Vietnam and a few other places around the globe. So he's not just his footprint, not just here in the United States. He's from the Virgin Islands. So
I was unaware of that until right now.
Yeah. So Linville is a well-traveled person, and so we're excited that his travels will bring him back to Greenville for the first time on September the 10th.
Good stuff, Ellerby. appreciate you coming by, dropping the big news.
Yeah, absolutely. So I hope everybody gets out a pen, puts it on the calendar. Once again, want to thank the Hilton for hosting it this year on Greenville Boulevard. Special thanks to Russ and all the team at Carolina Eagle and Bud Light. We'll have plenty of pirate beverages that night for everyone to come kick off the season, and it will be the kickoff of the NFL season. We will have that NFL game on the screens inside the Hilton Ballroom. So it is absolutely going to be a really, really fun time. September the 10th. Super excited about Linval Joseph joining us at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party.
More Ellerby on Pirate Radio Live on Friday. You got 2 interviews coming up. Who will you be talking to?
Former intern Delaney. I don't know if many people will remember her, but I saw
say that.
Yeah. I know you told me.
Everybody will remember her.
Everybody will remember intern Delaney, but intern Delaney, I saw a picture of her on Instagram. She was running with the Bulls in Spain. And so I saw that, and I wanted to do a life update of what's going on. Why is intern, now ECU graduate, former intern Delaney in Spain? So we will be talking to her on Friday and getting some stories. And, Spain did something in the World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
You may be aware of as well. So lots of cool happenings with one of our former interns, one of the best to walk through the doors here. And then also on Friday, there's been an ownership change in the Frying Pan Tower, which is the structure 32 miles off the shore of North Carolina. I was able to go there a few months ago and do some fishing and spend the night there. And going to give an update on the Frying Pan and what is happening there. And perhaps maybe that experience could be coming to life for more people and opening up. They're doing a lot of renovations and changes. So some exciting stuff as we'll talk to one of the, he was always an owner, but he is one of the majority owners now. And he's actually got an East Carolina connection as well, as he is a graduate of the ECU School of Brody Medicine. I got that completely screwed up, but he's a doctor that went to East Carolina. How about that?
Looking forward to that on a Friday. Stop me if you've heard this before. Great outing for Gavin Williams, and the bullpen blows it for him. 7 innings today, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts, no runs. They take him out. The Guardians give up a run. It's 1-1 in the 8th inning. Awesome day for the big rig, Gavin Williams, on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard. Well,
he had an immaculate inning.
He did. 9 pitches?
Yeah, we posted that on our social media, which you can also see the news about Linval Joseph on our social media at PR927FM.
Zach Kaplan joins us. Big Football Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back after this.
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.restaurant.com.
Doug Henry of Greenville is looking for your trade-in and your business. Doug Henry of Greenville is right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial, and always right on the price and looking to beat every offer out there. Just bring it in and you won't be disappointed. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily, and you can always check them out online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Doug Henry, right on the corner and right on the price.
Summer's here. You're at the beach, halfway up a mountain, finally relaxing, miles from home.
And then your phone buzzes. Not panic, just a quick check-in. Because with SCI, you already know what's going on.
Real-time alerts, 24/7 monitoring, full control of your home or business, right from your smartphone.
So while you're making memories, you're never wondering what's happening back home.
SCI Security, because you don't get security system for the days nothing happens. You get the system for the moment something does.
Travel smart, travel secure, and protect what matters.
Call today and get protected before your next trip.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and and family dentistry.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch bundt cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a bundt cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bundt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
Rusty. It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
Hi, this is Phil Steele of Phil Steele's College Football Preview Magazine, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
Second and 10, and Fields will get hit and go down and lose the football, and the Cowboys get on it on the second try. Carl Lawson, after Fields couldn't bring it in.
Oh my gosh, and that's going up against Isaac Seumalo right there, and he just puts Seumalo on his back and then goes and gets the quarterback. What a play by Linval Joseph.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And Zach Kaplan has the first words of this segment. Hadn't even been introduced yet. Hadn't even got his headphones on yet. Welcome back. Shirley Rhodes, Jackman, Wes Hines doing the dirty work. Full house today. Bob Braxton in the house. I shouldn't give him a shout out. He told me I'd have an interview with Jaden Daniels by now, but I ain't got it yet. Maybe next week. Good to see you, Bob. We got Jared Watkins here. What's up, Jared?
Hello.
Hello. And Zach. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Clip. Sorry for jumping the queue.
Are you sorry?
Hey, Zach.
I feel a little bad, yeah.
Okay. Well,
you should feel bad.
Apology well accepted. You're a good man.
I try.
I feel like underneath it all. Look, 15 wins in a row is awesome.
That's
and I love how much of a sports fan you are. You remind me of myself. You live and die with your teams, but like, it was not Game 7 last night, Zach. Acting the way you, and I should have known by now how you act, but like, dude, a little much. You won 15 in a row. Take that and run with it. Be happy.
I wasn't like mad they lost. I was just excited that they had a chance to get the record.
All the cussing and the raising of the voice and stuff, that was not you being mad. What was that?
Well, at the end of the game, I was like, well, you know, it's in game, yeah, a little ticked. But
15 in a row for the Red Sox. Look, I remember talking to Shirley, giving standings updates and talking about how everybody in the AL East was hovering around 500 except one team, the lowly Boston Red Sox. And here they are back in the mix. And are they in the wild card? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
have the third wild card if the season ended today.
Good deal. Mentioned it before we went to break. Awesome outing for Gavin Williams. It might all be for naught because the Guardians gave him 1 run today, and then the bullpen gives up a run to Minnesota. It is 1-1 in the top of the ninth. 11 strikeouts for Gavin Williams today. 11 at least for Chris Sale. How about this? This might be coming to a sports trivia near you. Chris Sale.
Wow.
How many pitchers in Major League Baseball history have more double-digit strikeout games than Chris Sale? What would you say, Zach? Okay, that's kind of crazy. What would you say, Zach?
I'll go 5.
A few more. How about 6? Well, one more. Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Max Scherzer, Roger Clemens, Pedro Martinez, Sandy Koufax. Chris Sale, Hall of Famer, right?
He is for me.
He's only won 1 Cy Young.
Which feels...
And it was with the Braves.
I'm going to say no.
No? Hall of Very Good? We talked about this with Molly the other day. Nolan Arenado, is he a Hall of Famer?
No.
So
I'm going to say yes.
Now I don't have that list in front of me. I don't think I took a picture of it. He's with a crazy list with his home runs, gold gloves, and it's like legends. So he is, when you look at the numbers, he might have an opportunity to get there as well.
All these Hall of Fames are weird because baseball, hard to get into. Basketball, they let everybody in. Football is kind of that happy medium.
Basketball's different because it includes college.
Yeah, but they let some people in there.
Name names.
Doc Rivers.
The basketball, they let everybody.
He was a pretty good player. He did win a championship as a coach. He's also known as a coach that
sucks.
Okay, that's a tricky one.
Like Pau Gasol is very good.
He's Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Okay.
We got 2 titles.
Yeah.
Then went to 3 finals. Was the second best player on all of those teams.
And again, it counts everything. Did he win a gold medal? Did Spain ever win a gold medal?
I don't think so.
04 would have been the only one that he would have been part of.
Yeah, maybe not.
Because the U.S. won since.
If only I had a computer to look at.
If only.
Let's argue.
Yeah, that's probably
technology has ruined arguments and conversations.
Hockey, if you're in the old boys club, you can get in the Hall of Fame, which somehow Rod Brendamore's not in, which is the dumbest thing every year. I mean, he is absolutely a Hall of Famer.
Okay. We got 4 gold medals for Pau Gasol, 1 in the World Cup.
What?
Okay, and 3 in Euro basketball. 2 silvers in the Olympics.
Those are the only ones that matter.
I know, Jarrett. That was the joke.
I'll never forget when Kobe came in and hard fouled him like right away. That was in the Redeem Team documentary about I don't care. He's my teammate. I'm gonna beat his. You know what? So
classic moment from the Jordan doc about Tony Kukoc when him and Pippen basically bullied him. Although it's a basketball game, you don't want your guy to score, and they did everything they could to make his life miserable. That was the Dream Team Olympics, I guess.
Yeah, that was 92.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Olympic basketball coming up in 28
in LA.
Yeah,
because Hornets might be on the team. We looked at it last year. Wasn't there was a projection it would be LaMelo, who's not there anymore.
Miller.
Was Brandon Miller there too?
Yeah.
I guess Kimba's probably been a part of. Was he on the Olympics? He's been a part of world championships.
Maybe in the FIBA. He might have been in FIBA. But yeah, I think that'll be LeBron's last run. I think that'll be his retirement, the 28 Olympics.
Has he still not picked the team?
No.
Man. All right. Big announcement. Zach, I wanted to ask you, you know enough now, you've been around long enough to know Linval Joseph was a Pirate. But as an NFL fan, you didn't know anything about ECU. What is Linval Joseph, the NFL player, to you? Was he regarded as a good, a big time player?
Yeah, steady presence, can clog run lanes,
space eater.
Yeah, a gap, not someone you can just run straight into. I think respected defensive tackle for a good 7 to 10 years.
Which those guys don't get a ton of credit because he's not sacking the quarterback. He's basically sucking up blockers to allow other guys to get to the quarterback. But he is one of those guys. Like I'm a big Daron Payne fan, and I don't think a lot of the league knows who he is, but he does his job as a defensive tackle. And Linville, his longevity too is amazing. And again, a couple Pro Bowls, Super Bowl, and as I said in the open, became one of those mercenary guys. You just hire a hired gun to come in and try to help you get to the playoffs, win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think any guy out of East Carolina can make a career for himself like that. Really, you're just talking about Gavin Williams, who's now doing it at the major league level. Trey Savage pitches tomorrow against my Red Sox, who we mentioned off the top. The guys who can do that and, really make like a steady career. In those guys' cases, it's been a few years. Linville's been longer. So it's always neat when you have people you can point to in the pros. I mean, I feel the same way about Penn State guys. And we don't even produce baseball players. We don't even know what it is. So it's cool when the Pirates and the pros
didn't one of you guys go number one in hockey?
Yep, Gavin McKenna. Yep, number one overall pick.
Linville, he had hype coming in, and on this, he's a 3-star. I say just a 3-star. I mean, that's good for ECU, but 44th ranked defensive tackle nationally. 59th ranked recruit out of Florida, which tells you how many players there are in Florida. But I remember when he came in, it was a pretty big deal, and he played in all 13 games as a true freshman, which does not happen a lot. That's when you knew like he was going to be something. Ended up leaving a year early, and we didn't get to talk to him a lot. We didn't get to talk to freshmen back then or now, really. And then in 2008, he's on that defense with C.J. Wilson, J. Ross, Scotty Robinson, all those guys, Pierre. But like we're talking to those guys instead of Linville. And by his final year, we got to know him a little bit. But I'm excited to talk to him and hear his story because, again, it's just he's not a guy that we talked to a ton when he was at ECU.
Probably got some great Pirates stories, too. You think about being on those back-to-back CUSA teams in 08 and 09. So he's really, someone who was here right in the prime. I mean, really when ECU football, I think, was at their prime, kind of the 2000s. I mean, some would say the 90s. But
the second prime.
Prime. Yeah, I mean, really part of those glory years that hopefully the program is now getting back towards.
We hope so. Had video from Brian Bailey of Blake Harrell sitting down with John Gruden. So Chucky, part of the American Media Days.
Yeah, he was part of the rollout for Sword, the physical mascot. That was a weird video. Like he just walks in, there's an American Conference crate, and then like Tim
Pernetti's hanging out
of nowhere. It's like, how'd you get in here? He's like, I'm everywhere. It's like, maybe tone down the creepiness a little bit. There was a way to go about that.
I don't know, Jared. We talk about like Goodfellas and Pesci. If you walk in, Tim Pernetti's in your living room, I'm scared. Oh, it's not creepy to me. It's scary to me.
Yeah. A man of that power and Italianness.
I was curious if you're going to go that route.
His Italianness.
And he hands John Gruden a crowbar, and it's like, why do you have a crowbar?
You take this everywhere with you, man? Sorry, Chandler, I can't do the voice. Yeah, only you.
I mean, that crowbar really travels, man.
That was decent.
Not too bad.
At best. We'll talk to Brian Bailey coming up at 5 o'clock. Zach, I asked Donnell this yesterday. Are you upset at all that you're not at American Media Day?
I'm fine.
Yeah. Bailey brought up last year. It was pretty cool. You had American and ACC going on in Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
And
at
you
the same time.
Yeah, you were in one spot. He was at the other.
Yep.
I guess I don't even know the word to use to describe Media Day. It's nice because football's coming back. It is cool to talk to the coaches. Bailey said that's his favorite part because you don't get a chance to. He'll never get another opportunity to talk to Alex Mortensen in his life, So get to know those guys a little bit. But how about like your experiences there, Zach? As far as everything you do as a TV sports anchor, where do Media Days rank?
They're fun. They're a lot of work. It's not as much like. Like just fun. I'm not doing as much hobnobbing as you would think.
Right.
Even though I'll talk to anybody, as has been demonstrated on this program. But, it's more trying to get the interviews to get out of the way. ACC is a little different because there's a lot bigger of a media contingent, whereas this schools and are there any Rice beat writers at this? Maybe a few. There are.
Oh, no, yeah. Like, I think Greenville sent Brian Bailey, and that's it. How many people are
I don't even think
San Antonio sending?
Yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah.
So it's not. American's a little different because there's not as many media physically there, whereas ACC, just about everybody's there.
Right.
But it's still a good time. It was definitely a circus last year at ACC with the
Belichick.
It was like Belichick, Dabo, and somebody else were all on the same day, and then State was like right after them, and Doran was like, "Oh, this is great," flying under the radar.
So I didn't really care for the press conferences because you're just waiting to get to Blake Carroll at that point. But like the room they had with all the cool stuff, like the neon lights, the college football playoff trophy, the American Conference trophy, all that stuff was cool.
They do a good job of trying to get the fans into it. I think it's hard with a conference like this where like what is the geographic center of the American where you could put it and the most fan bases would come, because when you put it in Greensboro or Charlotte, it's that much easier. ACC, it's within driving distance for everybody, but no, it's way harder to do that for the American.
Remind me, Jared, what coaches did you talk to? Did you talk to? Oh, none.
You didn't talk to Tim Albin, your favorite?
No, dude, the people, like it was like a mob. It's like the Beatles were there, the people following Tim Albin. I remember the day, like me and Jenny pulled up, and my mind was somewhere else the first day, because as soon as we pull up, bam, Hulk Hogan dies.
Should I take that set off for a real one there?
Did not kick out.
Yeah.
That don't work for me, brother.
I just see Zach. I'm not hobnobbing. I see him like having Manny Diaz cornered at the buffet. Just won't let him go.
It was funny at the hotel.
Manny,
bar.
tell me about that 22 Penn State defense right now.
The hotel bar, like I'm just sitting there waiting to meet up with him, Bailey, and Jenny. And it's just all the SIDs at one table, like a round table meeting, and they're just drinking, and Malcolm's running court. And it was fun to watch all the people that were there.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. More football talk with Big Ten Cappy. We'll do a flip through. Got a great Big Ten preview with Jeff Nadu later in the show, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love for you to give it a listen.
Okay, I will.
He said Penn State 4 wins.
4 wins?
That's not true. I might drop a nugget or two. And
in September, 4 wins?
Well, definitely.
Yeah. They don't play anybody.
Nobody. We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a football Thursday. Junior Smith, Rahjai Harris, Nadu, and more still to come. Back with you after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
Ball's out, picked up by the Vikings. Joseph, can he win this long foot race? Linval Joseph, no flags, touchdown Minnesota.
Come welcome Linval back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th.
And Jacobs is knocked back, and he didn't make it, and it was Linval Joseph.
Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. The Toot Boone Boogie!
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservation. Legends, Larry Steakhouse.
Is your car making strange noises or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Hi, this is Parker Morgan, sales manager at Morgan Printers in Greenville. We're a full-service, family-owned printing company specializing in superior four-color printing, serving both the commercial and retail markets all across eastern North Carolina. Whether you need personalized marketing and promotional items, posters, business cards, books, magazines, calendars, or invitations, we want to be your print company of choice. Call me anytime to discuss your project needs at 800-962-1972. That's 800-962-1972, or go to morganprinters.com.
Think downtown Greenville is hard to get to? Think again. The roads are open and downtown is ready for you. Come see us at Fish Street Hardware, where you can drive right in for great food, cold drinks, and entertainment all week long. Join us Tuesday for Singo Music Bingo, Wednesday trivia with $1.25 wings, every Thursday for live music or open mic, then kick off the weekend with live music Friday and Saturday, plus yappy hours and fun in the repair shop game room. The roads are open, the patio is waiting, and downtown Greenville is ready to welcome you at Fish Street Hardware.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. Contact the professionals at CopyPro, where they promise fast 3-hour service on all your office printing devices. Contact CopyPro today for a free office printing analysis to help you cut costs and boost efficiency. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 756-3175. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, little home run derby going on at Truist today. Braves playing well since the All-Star break. They win. They beat the Padres, win 3 out of 4 of that series, 6-5 today. Maggle Harris.
Maggle.
Ozzie Albies. Dominic Smith. Drake Baldwin, all homered for Atlanta in the 6-5 win. Chris Sale moves to 11-6 on the year. 11 more strikeouts for Chris Sale. 11 strikeouts today for Big Gav. Gave up no runs, 2 hits, but the bullpen couldn't quite get it done for him, and the offense really couldn't get it done for him. It's 1-1, Guardians and Twins in the 10th inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck. Cappy, have I asked you, and you can change your answer 100 times between now and September, but I am interested to ask, okay, who's your American champion this year? Because Phil still has Navy. Nadu likes, with the odds, Army. Boy, Jarrett and I have gone over, like, I said, hey, why not Tulane? I know they got a new coach, new quarterback, but Tulane always wins. Jarrett, you like
UTSA.
If they can win like 2 road games, they'll be in the championship because they're probably going to win all the games at home. So I'm trying to get it, Zach, where eventually we name every team in the American as the favorite. And I mean, East Carolina, no doubt in the mix. Phil Steele said that when he joined us last week. Memphis has a really good head coach, and they always have a good roster. And I don't know if they're getting slept on a little bit. And yesterday, I tried to make the argument that I'd rather have Brian Hartline as my coach than Alex Golesh, just because of name recognition, coming from Ohio State, played in the NFL.
There's an argument to be made. But, Zach, if I ask you today who will win the American Championship, what would be your answer?
If the game is being played at the Alamo Dome, UTSA. Otherwise, I will side with Nadu and go with Army. I think the schedule benefits them the most as far as the teams in what I consider a toss-up league. All of their big games are at home, including November 21st, East Carolina in town. So to me, and Navy doesn't count. They obviously played the American Championship before that, so they avoid them as far as conference standings are concerned.
True.
And really all their big games besides that are at home. And I think that really benefits them. They keep Monken, which is, not the same that can be said for other teams like South Florida, like Memphis, like Tulane, who all have first-year coaches. I think that's a big feather in Army's cap as well.
We went through it yesterday. You got Monken, you got Jeff Traylor. I consider Newberry a veteran at this point.
Oh, yeah.
He's been there with Niumatalolo even before. And then there's like Blake Harrell.
He's becoming one of the elder statesmen.
Everybody else is year 1 or 2. Like Blake Harrell's kind of in the middle, crazy enough to say, as far as longevity. Okay.
And another guy who's been here too since 2020.
What if...
Right. At East Carolina, if we're talking about Newberry. I'm
trying to work this out in my head before I use my words. So like Army and Navy, can they play in the conference championship? Yeah, right.
And then play again 2 weeks the following week? Yes, they can.
I don't know if I want to set it up like that. All right. Army beats UTSA in the championship, but Navy is like 11-1, and they lost the tiebreaker, didn't get in. Navy beats Army. Like, who goes to the playoff?
I think Navy then takes Army spot.
The playoffs decided before the Army-Navy game, therefore it's not like one does not impact the other.
Yeah, but I mean, thinking about it like in a fight kind of aspect, like if you beat the number 1 contender and you're the number 2 or 3, you are then the number 1 contender.
Jared,
if only it worked that way for
everybody. Turn your radios off real quick. Like, wrestling is not real. Like the number 1 contender thing. It's all a setup
in the UFC and boxing.
Well, they set up those fights a long way.
They kind of do it
in advance.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
All right, you can turn your radio.
I want the best team to go. Zach, when did they do the playoff announcement?
Would be the day after the conference championship, meaning December 6th, which is a Sunday. And then,
wow.
And then Army-Navy would be... I mean...
I know this isn't going to play out, but
Chat Gang, tell me if I'm wrong, but...
I would love the drama of that to happen.
Like, just imagine, like, Army loses last second, and then the committee's like, all right, hey.
Dude, what if they did this? What if that scenario I said kind of played out and before the game, and when they announce the playoff, they say Army-Navy winner?
Ooh. That would, I mean, you talk about, a little kayfabe. I mean, that would be incredible.
Just drop kayfabe.
That would be...
This guy knows ball.
It'd be the most unbelievable setup. Like, literally, Vince McMahon, shout out East Carolina, as far as setup for an Army-Navy game ever. Yeah. Like if football were pro wrestling, it would be incredible.
It's all wrestling.
Did confirm, by the way, Clip, the selection show is Sunday, December 6th. Army-Navy, December 12th. So we will have the field before the Army-Navy.
Who's kind of an underdog for you? Like a team nobody's thinking about it, where you're like, I really like this team's chance to come out of the American.
Am I allowed to say ECU? Because I don't feel
you're
like...
allowed to say whatever you want.
It's a free country.
Wait, we're in... Yeah, on United States of America.
Yeah.
Go ahead and say it.
I feel like people here see a path for ECU. I feel like nobody else in the country is talking about the fact that they have a manageable path and the fact that, having the new coordinators and so much newness, I don't view it as much of a negative as other people do.
Well, you and Gabe, because he literally used the word the conference schedule for ECU is manageable.
They were picked 5th in the media voting, I believe. East Carolina was.
So is that today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like it's.
Well, I feel like
there's tiers. They're kind of viewed as the first 4 out of that Army, Navy, UTSA, Tulane.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's like ECU, Memphis, USF. I feel like is the next tier, maybe.
I don't believe in
jump, but kind of doubt it.
I don't believe in first-year coaches being able to do it. I just don't.
What about second-year coaches?
Especially the second year is fine, but I think first year, especially with the coaches that are coming in, you think about it's Will Hall, who didn't go well with his first stint as a head coach, and then Memphis. Huff has not been head coach like on that level yet. And then South Florida, I mean, it's Heartline's. I know what you said about Heartline, but it's his first time doing it. I just think he's a lot in year one.
They lose their quarterback, but I'm sure he brought in a ton of talent. And
he did.
Gabe says Charles Huff is better than Silverfield. Memphis will be better.
Yeah.
The thing is, though,
I agree.
Yeah, in 2027,
yes.
But how much talent, are they how much talent left?
Yeah.
You got to figure that part in. But I think Memphis will be fine in the long run. Gabe said, "What scares me is starting in this." Gabe, well, I'll read it. What scares me, though, is starting in the season off Alabama. The 2023 team never recovered from starting off the season at Michigan. We had no quarterback. Now, It's kind of scary to say because we haven't seen these two quarterbacks either.
Yeah.
But I got to think we're in a better spot QB-wise. We could have started that season with pick a team.
FCS.
And we'd have sucked. Yeah.
Would you have rather started with A&T and lost? I mean, I actually gave Michigan their closest game that entire year.
Would you rather lose to Michigan or A&T is a absurd question to ask.
But it's happened.
Both have happened.
Yeah.
Both have happened.
Yeah.
Gabe
says it's best to start the season FCS team. That I agree with. But, the schedule is what the schedule is. I would rather start with who we got this year, Central.
Yeah.
I'd rather start with them, no doubt.
I can think of 1.8 million reasons why it's fine to start with Alabama.
Name them all.
You got to count every dollar bill.
Okay, but if we play in week 2, we'd have that same amount of dollar bills, Zach.
But that wasn't available. So you got to, when you have these games and payouts like
what
that.
What are you, AD now?
You got to take what's given you here. And the Pirates had a game canceled on them. So it wasn't entirely by choice to start with Alabama, like when they were making the schedule a few years ago, which I know is less of a thing now, but you still, you were trying to do. And,
let's dream big. Let's I like doing this. Memphis at Boise State week 3 is huge because we need Boise State out of here.
Yeah.
We need Memphis to beat them, and then we can take care of Memphis on our own, and that'll make us look good. And I bring that up just to say, Gabe, if ECU wins the American, looks respectful against Alabama, they have a good chance of making the playoff. What would the record have to be? Could we afford 2 losses, or would it have to be 11-1 to get to a playoff?
I think 11-1.
If we lose to Alabama and lose to
Army
at Army, so we'd have one conference loss, which would get us in the championship. Hopefully, you win that. So at that point, you're 11-2, 12-2, whatever. And obviously, it depends on what Boise, UNLV, whoever else does. But that's I think that's a pretty good resume to stack against those other schools.
You'd have to have a better resume than Mountain West champion, Sun Belt champion,
Pac-12,
and presumably the MAC champion.
Oh yeah, Pac-12 is Boise.
Yeah,
it's a new age now.
What about the MAC? What about the MAC champion?
He said that.
Problem is, if you're in the MAC, you have to have a better. You got
to win one of them Big Ten games. Week 1.
You got to have a body of work.
Let's do a.
I know you'll be betting on the MAC team week 1.
Flip through. We'll see what Jeff Jackson tells me to. Have we done Iowa State? I don't believe so because I don't think I've talked about David Montgomery, who is not one of their top 3 rushers.
Breece Hall.
Breece Hall is number 2 on the list. Who is number 1 at quarterback passing leaders?
I mean, I can see
he's an NFL starter.
Oh, Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy is correct. What former Packers receiver is Iowa State's all-time leading receiver? I did not know he went there. He's not one of the big names.
Donald Driver.
I think he went to a small school. Greg Jennings went to Western Michigan.
Jordy Nelson went to Kansas State.
Randall Cobb went to Kentucky. Alan Lazard went to Iowa State.
New York Jets legend there.
Iowa State coming off an 8-4 year. They lose Matt Campbell. What, he got fired because he sucks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he went to Penn State, Zach.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like Matt Campbell. That's a good hire.
Yeah, their number 3 all-time passer is a Nittany Lion now as well.
Rocco went with...
Yep.
Is he the starter?
He will be, yes.
Chase Sowell also went.
Yep.
Wait,
yeah.
Penn State.
I don't know if I knew that.
How about the East Carolina, Iowa State, Penn State pipeline?
Wow. Jimmy Rogers is their head coach. I got to say, I don't know anything about Jimmy Rogers. Coach South Dakota State. Okay.
Yeah, very good at South Dakota State. Led them to their first national championship, I believe, in school history. And then went to Wazoo, left them at the altar for this job when Matt Campbell got poached.
They had a bit of a free fall. They got all the way to number 14 in the nation last year after beating Arizona, and then lost to Cincinnati, Colorado, BYU, Arizona State. Lost 3 in a row.
You can't lose to Colorado.
Yeah, that's true. They finished the year 8-4.
That's your boy?
Well, we're not sure as I was on the Cyclones after midseason.
But that you don't want that in your coach.
Yeah.
Focus up, bro. Non-con schedule. Southeast Missouri at Iowa in the rivalry game.
Cyhawk.
Bowling Green. And is that it? Do they play 3 non-conference? Yeah, I believe so. They get Utah at home, at BYU, at Arizona. That's a pretty favorable schedule. I think they can win, because then after that you get Oklahoma State, Baylor, Cincinnati, UCF, Kansas State. I think they can win.
A lot of people picked this team to be last.
And that is due to
losing
a roster depletion.
Yeah.
Who do we talk? Was it Nadu? Who said that they would be the worst? Coach Mack.
Yeah.
On Monday said they just have a depleted roster, and again, the schedule is very favorable, but if they're not good on the field, it won't matter.
They got the kid Rayner, who was at Arkansas State. They were okay last year to replace Rocco Becht. They also lost Benjamin Brahmer, who's going to be the focal point of Penn State's offense. He will be an NFL tight end here this time next year. So it's a little bit of a tough cupboard on offense to pick from.
Zach, do you remember, are you old enough to remember the point guard forward combo at Iowa State that led them? They might have been a 1 seed, a 2 seed in basketball. One of them played for the Pacers, I want to say, point guard. I'm thinking of
Halliburton didn't play there, did he?
Jamal Tinsley and Marcus Pfizer.
Yeah, too old for me. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm an old man. I don't know when they played, but
me too.
I remember those guys. All right, Zach, you got Brian Bailey in Florida, and we'll talk to BB coming up later on in the show. Did I hear you say you might miss trivia next week because high school football practice gets underway?
Yes,
nice.
Next Wednesday.
That's an excused absence. That's exciting.
Yeah, I think it is. A lot of schools either go early in the day or later in the day. So get the first day of practice underway. They've been doing a lot of 7-on-7s and camps and stuff, but next Wednesday is when it gets real. And then games start August 21st.
Man, looking forward to the return of Touchdown Friday.
Keep an eye out. Brock Spalding, Josiah Robinson interviews will be dropping within the next 10 minutes.
On social media?
Yes.
Excellent. We'll hopefully get those to you on today's show. We'll have a full recap tomorrow, and hopefully a lot of coach interviews next week as well on Pirate Radio Live. Brian Bailey is down there, and he'll join us later in the show. Appreciate you, Zach.
And that kind of deal. This segment is done and dusted.
Well done. We will be back with ECU's all-time leading rusher and former Pirate running backs coach, Junior Smith. He joins us on the other side. Back with you after this. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
If you need an appliance fast, head to Appliances Superstore in Greenville. They have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in eastern North Carolina, including trusted brands like Speed Queen, so you can skip the wait and take home what you need today. Visit their new convenient location at 301 Plaza Drive and discover incredible savings on top brands. Visit their website, appliancessuperstore.com, and click the in-stock menu to shop the exact appliances they have ready today. Appliances Superstore. If it's in your home tomorrow, it's because it's in our store today. Go Pirates!
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On October 9th, it's country music star Brantley Gilbert, along with special guests John Morgan and Jay Webb. For tickets, visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
You want the college experience, the campus, the community, the feeling that your life is about to take shape. At Pitt Community College, you get all of that. PCC graduates move on to a university or launch careers they love with little or no debt. Registration for fall semester is going on now. Classes begin August 14th. Your future, your college. Pitt Community College. Let's get started. Start your future today at pittcc.edu/get started.
And now a word from our sponsor, Bud Light. There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... what if we just got out of here and grabbed some Bud Lights?
But man, we're on air for 4 more hours.
They'll figure it out. Sounds good to me.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Stock up now. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
Looking for Washington's favorite place to eat? The spot locals keep coming back to. Head to Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now open 7 days a week, Down on Main is serving up all your favorites. From the house salad with grilled chicken, to the half club and chips, to the crowd-pleasing fried shrimp plate. After a long day, unwind with dinner and drinks on the patio. It's the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends. And don't miss Wednesdays, half-price wings from 4 till close. Down on Main Street, right on Main Street in historic downtown Washington.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the pirates fly.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Ball's out, picked up by the Vikings. Joseph, can he win this long foot race? Linval Joseph, no flags, touchdown Minnesota.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
All right, Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. They're now open 7 days a week. You can stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Welcome back into the program. Clip Brock, Shirley Rhodes, the Jackman, Jared Watkins here on a football Thursday. Rahjai Harris will join us coming up later on this hour. Second all-time leading rusher, could not quite catch up to our guest right now, Junior Smith, who joins us back on the program. And great to have you back, Junior. You had a lot of folks saying we need to get Junior Smith on more, and I think we're going to try to do that. But I appreciate you joining us again.
I appreciate you having me today. Hello, Pirate Nation. Hope everybody's doing well today and having a good Thursday afternoon on this rainy day here in Greenville, North Carolina.
And Shirley, we need to get Junior to cut some ads and stuff. We had him read that liner, and every time I hear that, I get
fired up. We just said, Junior, can you read this, man? And he went full pirate on it. So we've been playing that plays throughout the day and gets me fired up.
Oh, cool. That's the pirate way. And a little enthusiasm, a
yes,
little
sir.
passion for the program. And, East Carolina's been good to us. Greenville's been good to us. So, we want to encourage people.
Want to talk some football with you, but we'll talk some real life as well. Unfortunately, Junior, and another sad news. We had you on last time, talked about Chris Johnson, and he's fighting right now, and had some bad news that Coach Dale Steele passed away, and I knew him in passing, and the thing I say about him is that I felt like he was a gentleman, and he treated everybody the same, which is Absolutely. Like that's something you can say, a great thing to say about a person. But you obviously knew him well, and we talked to some other folks. But how about your relationship with Coach Steele?
Well, first I got the call. Well, I got a text message from one of my teammates from ECU. Some of you all might remember NFL great Emmanuel McDaniel.
Oh, yeah, EMAC.
We came in the same class at ECU back in 1991. But he texted me that morning. He said, hey, man, Coach Steele passed away last night. And so I want to say condolences to the Steele family. When I think about Coach Steele, when I was recruited to ECU in 1991, Coach Steele was the wide receivers coach at ECU, and he was also the recruiting coordinator on that team. So he did a wonderful job for the program. That was the year we went. We were ranked 9th in the country. Went to the Peach Bowl on that Bill Lewis staff. Coach Steele coached some great receivers. That were here, Clayton Driver, Deion Johnson that year, some guys Clayton like Driver. That. And so Coach Steele really put his footprint on the program. Like I said, we were ranked that year. And not only that, but he was just a class act. He would always treat you and coach you with respect. And he could just give you this kind of look. And when he gave you that look, you knew that, hey, it was time to straighten up and be about your business. So, and then also, during the coaching time, when I was coaching at ECU, Coach Steele, I think he was the head coach over at Campbell University.
Started the program.
Yeah. And I was reading the other day that I think that they, he's in the Hall of Fame there or something like that, and he really did a good job of establishing that program. And he's just known all across North Carolina as an excellent recruiter and a good person and a guy that knows some football. And I think his brother was a good football coach as well.
And a guy that stretched eras at East Carolina we had Bryce Williams on earlier this week, who was the tight end that played in the rough era from 12 to 15. And Coach Steele was, I don't know what his official title was at that time, something kind of administrative.
Yeah, administrator is what I read.
Yeah,
he was.
But he was around, and Bryce, the first thing he said was the wisdom he had. Like when he spoke, everybody listened type thing. But talked about how he had a good sense of humor. He was kind of telling the guys, all right, study hall here and go to this building here, and making sure everybody was in the right spot. But for him to be at ECU, what's that, Junior? 20 plus years after he was coaching y'all at ECU. I mean, you think about Steve Shankweiler as a guy that was at ECU forever, but Dale Steele had a few tenures here as well.
Exactly, and I came to one of I think it was the homecoming game last year, and Coach Steele was actually on the sideline. So it was great that they had him down on the sideline. Him and his wife. Unfortunately, he had lost like a lot of weight, so you kind of knew something was going on. Yeah. But, he still had that great smile and spoke and just, he had that warmth and just made you feel at home. And so it was good to see him. I had a chance to see him, last season, so that was great. And I talked to Coach Connors on yesterday, and they were all on that same staff together. Mm-hmm. And I think he said they were all in that same age group, that 70 age range. And, another guy that was on that staff that passed a couple weeks was Coach Jett that passed away as well. So,
Junior Smith joining us today at Pirate Radio Live. Last time we had Coach Steele on Pirate Radio, he was on the Brian Bailey Show. And I think he said Bailey was interrupting his golf game. I think, like you, Junior, he was playing a lot of golf in his, post-football days. So there you go. Let me ask you, how'd you shoot yesterday, Junior?
I shot pretty good. I shot 43 on the front, and on the back, I came and shot a 38. So I was really happy about that score because I've been playing really bad. So I shot so I shot 80 yesterday. All I needed to do was par that last putt and missed it, and I would have shot 79 yesterday. But I'm working on some things. So,
what's your all-time best score?
I think I shot a 72. That was like a few years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that like, I don't know, did you play baseball at all growing up? Like
I did. So
basketball, like guys get in the zone. I don't know what the zone would be for football, but like basketball, every shot's going in. Baseball, the ball looks like a beach ball. Golf, like every day is different, right? But like you try to keep it consistent. But that day, like what was going right for you?
I think I was just locked in. I was like, okay, I just need to hit the fairways and put it on the green. When you get up there and not three putt, then you're gonna have a good day.
There you go. Talked to last time we talked to Justin Hardy. I asked him, was he playing golf, and he said his teammates were trying to get him into it. Mm-hmm. He's not doing it yet, but he says it's something he might get into later.
Okay.
And I don't know. When he said this, I thought this was the opposite of most people, but you can tell me. But he said, I can't do the drive. I can't put it out there. And I said, but you can putt. He was like, yeah, I'm all right at putting, but I can't drive. I feel like it's the opposite for some guys, but he said that was his issue.
That was
anyway.
Yeah. I always tell people, if you're going to play golf, I say, start off developing your short game first instead of trying to go out there and hit the driver.
Right.
If you got a good short game, then you can save it. That's what I do. I don't like hit it great, but I just go out and with my short game can putt, chip, and get up and down and save, a bogey here and there. So that keeps my score kind of low sometimes.
There we go. Junior Smith, the golfer. So what other sports did you play outside of football?
So I ran track. I played basketball and I played football. But once my junior year, one of the coaches sat me down. He said, hey, your meal ticket is probably going to be in football. So I kind of gave up the basketball and then just ran track and football. That's what I did in high school.
I told you late 90s about my trip to E. Smith as a fan and us getting our ass kicked at D.H. Conley. But when you played, what was the main? Y'all are always good at athletics, right? But were y'all a basketball school, football school, both? Like what?
Well, we were a football school that year. We kind of broke the county record when we went 10-0 that season. Man. So that was a county record. And then I had rushed for 2,000 yards in 10 games, and that was a county record as well. And so there's a video out there if you ever want to watch it. It's called The Golden Season.
Okay.
And it kind of goes through that whole season.
Is it on YouTube or something?
Oh,
wow. Okay.
Yeah, so check it out one day. It's called The Golden Season.
Very cool. Very cool. They interview you or anything? Are you a part of it?
They kind of just documented it throughout the season.
Okay. All right.
Through the playoffs, we played like Rocky Mount and Enloe, and, we played Durham, Southern Durham, and some other schools, but then our conference games as well. But we lost to Richmond County in the semifinals before they won the state championship.
When did you have the most fun playing football? Would you say it was high school? Was it ECU? Was it Pop Warner? What was your most fun time?
Oh, it was all fun, I think. Anytime you had a chance to be successful and you was part of a team and all that hard work paid off. But it's definitely when we came to ECU, I think just that freshman year, just kind of playing with Robert Jones and Jeff Blake and just that run we made that season, playing as a freshman that season, going to Illinois, and we lost that first game by a bad penalty on an onside kick.
Yeah, I was talking about that recently.
Yeah. And
it was like a celebration penalty or something?
It was a celebration penalty after we recovered the onside kick, and they penalized us 15 yards, and we weren't able to overcome that. So, and then we won 11 straight games from there. So I guess sometimes you got to go through a little bit of adversity.
Yeah.
And then you come together closer as a team and as a staff, and that was the year the theme was I Believe. And,
yes, sir.
Yeah, it was a fun season. So.
Man, I hate to be the guy now in my 40s that says everything was better back then, but hearing Jeff Connors talk about the team, hearing guys from that era and just the bond y'all had, and I don't think it's going to be like that anymore, Junior, just with the transfer portal and stuff. But to hear the brotherhood y'all had in that era, it's just awesome. We did a whole kind of football season one year. It was one of the anniversaries of the Peach Bowl, and interviewed a lot of guys and recap those games and stuff, and just to hear those stories was awesome.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think it was pretty good.
And you were a true freshman,
right?
I
was a true freshman.
So, yeah.
It was remarkable because it hadn't been done in Greenville.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we didn't have all the fancy facilities that we have right now. I can remember where we didn't have the Murphy Center down there in the end zone, and we didn't have that press box, and it was just kind of the open end and
weight
fans,
room.
You'd be walking to the gates, and the fans would be out there. We had to walk through the fans and stuff, and that was a interesting time. And so we knew everybody came here because they wanted to change the program around. Everybody had a chip on their shoulder, and then when you had that type of success, it just makes the bond a little a little better.
It's easy for you to say now, Junior, but like, okay, you have that success year one as a team. You don't play as much, and you said you wish you'd a redshirt, right? And then you have a couple of down years before you had a good senior season. But say you had 2 down years, and you're running the ball great. You have 2 down years as a team, 2 good individual years, and now you can go get a little payday and go to another school.
Right.
It's easy for you to look at me now and say I wouldn't have done that, but that's tough for kids to turn down, right? These days.
Yes, I've been hearing that conversation a lot, and you know, the only thing it's good. I think it's good that the athletes can get paid. I think you just kind of run into that situation where if a kid start receiving that type of money at an early age like that, and that money gets spent, sometimes you might not be able to generate that type of money again later on in life, and that's what concerns me. You know, because you're making a lot of your decisions based off of money right now.
Money part aside, if you could have transferred to a national championship contender with no penalty, you didn't have to sit out a year. Like, what about that decision to make?
Right, that's tough. You know,
and your coach had left after your freshman year, right? Because he left for Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Coach Lewis.
Yeah, he left and took the job. And then Steve Logan was hired and went on to do some great things. But yeah, that would have been tough if, you know, even if Coach Lewis was like, "Hey, come down to Georgia Tech with me." It's like, oh, and they, you know, ACC school and in Atlanta, and so you got to make some decisions. You're 18 and 19 years old. You know, instant gratification at the time is, you know, what a lot of these kids are dealing with.
Yeah. Well, hey, you stayed and you got the record, and as we said last time, it ain't gonna be touched. I don't think it's gonna be. I'm not trying to jinx it, but I don't know. First of all, it's a ton of yards. Second of all, is a guy gonna be able to play long enough? Hell, Rahjai was here like 5 years and couldn't quite get to you. But yeah, it's awesome to have you still around. Tell folks. A lot of folks probably know because you've been around, but tell folks what you do now.
Okay, so I've been living in Greenville, I guess, the last 17, 18 years, I think it's been. No, shoot, longer than that. Last 20 years, because I coached 5 years at ECU. And then when Coach Holtz left to take another job, I ended up coaching some pro football in the UFL. And I had a chance to work with guys like Maurice Clarett when he came out of prison.
Yeah.
I had a chance to work with NFL great Ahmad Green.
Packers running back.
Packers running back.
He was a bad dude.
Yeah, we were at Omaha, and I was actually coaching for Coach Jaggs, who used to be the offensive line coach here. I was the running backs coach out there. So that was a good experience.
By the way, Jeff Jagosinski was on the staff with Steve Logan this year that won that UFL.
Oh, he was on that staff too? Wow.
Louisville Kings.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Back in the UFL. Okay. And so now I'm here in Greenville. Once I had to make a decision if I was going to continue to coach pro ball or open up to run my bail bonding business. And, you know, God just gave me the wisdom to say, hey, you know, try this out. Try the entrepreneur thing out. And it's allowed me to have more free time. So I opened up my bail bonding business, and I started in Fayetteville and Greenville and was running 2 offices. And I'm able to use my company throughout the state. And what I like about the bail bonding, when you say it, people think I'm out chasing people, but I'm not. I'm a businessman. I get to do the marketing. I get to do the customer service,
right?
You know, all of those types of things, and help families out in tough situations. So between that and I also day trade. So I watch the market every day, and I'm a funded futures trader, trader. So I think that's my calling as well. And so I do a lot of that each day. So that's kind of what I do now.
Is that something I'm ignorant on that, Junior? Is that something you picked up on yourself? Do you go to classes? Do you talk to people? How do you get into that?
Well, I was always, you know, kind of looking for that side hustle to make a few extra dollars. And then so there was an academy called the I Am Academy that I went to like 6 years ago, I think it was. And basically, I was learning about crypto and how to trade crypto. And then you had like different educators and that was in the program. So every morning we would be on the calls and learning, but then we would have a conference in Houston and Florida and Maryland. So I was traveling all around the country going to these conferences, and then eventually they asked me to start teaching the class like in the morning. So I was kind of teaching other traders how to get the crypto.
Wow.
And just I was like way deep into just how to do the exchanges, and it was a pretty cool academy though. But I learned a lot from there, and then from there just kept going with it.
Well, the late great Jeff Charles used to always say, Clip, if you don't keep up with the times, you get left behind, and that has left me behind. I don't know any of that stuff, but Junior's up on it. So
I'm on it.
Good for you,
it's
man.
It's tough, man. If anybody ever try to do it, just take your time. Don't trade your own money like the first 4 or 5 years. Just kind of learn it first. Don't be in a hurry like I was. I saw a lot of guys like 20, 21 years old, and I watched a guy make $100,000 in one trade, and it just messed me up because I started picking up on his style of trading, and I'm still trying to get that out of my system.
Jamie said 2,000 yards in 10 games. Not bad. 200 yards a game. That's pretty good numbers there.
Yeah, not bad. It's pretty cool.
How many, was it Adrian Peterson, I think? High school rushing yards. I think it was him that had it was Derrick Henry. So Peterson had, do you know how many you had total in high school?
I don't know what my total was. I know my senior year I had 2,454 yards my senior year.
God. Peterson, 43-48 during his high school career. Let me look up Derrick Henry. I think his was the crazy one, who is still running, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Derrick Henry. Okay.
4,200. Okay.
No.
12,000.
12,000 rushing yards. Who was he playing against?
So first 4 years in high school. Okay, so he had, So
he had 42 in his senior year. That is stupid. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Big announcement today. Linville Joseph will be our guest, and he has not been back to Greenville since 2009. So we finally got Linville Joseph back to Greenville. He'll be our guest at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party coming up in September. So excited about that. We'll talk about that era of Pirate football and more with Junior Smith when we return after this.
The days are hot, but the deals are hotter at Russell's in downtown Washington. Rhonda has all summer merchandise 40 to 75% off. Refresh your wardrobe with great savings from casual comfort to the perfect outfit for weddings, vacation, and everything in between. Whether you're dressing to impress or looking to stay cool, Russell's has all the brands, styles, and customer service you deserve. But don't wait. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
Aloha, O's fans! Summer is in full swing, and so is Hawaiian Shirt Weekend at the Yard. And for the first time ever, we have one for kids, too. Watch the O's take on the Atlanta Braves on Sunday, July 26th at 1:35 p.m. 5,000 fans 12 and under will score a Kids Birdland Hawaiian shirt presented by Old Bay. Don't miss out on one of Birdland's favorite giveaways. Get your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
Whether you're joining us for lunch or dinner, Basil's is the place to be this summer. Stop by and explore Basil's new summer specialty menu, featuring fresh, bold flavors in every bite. Enjoy favorites like our fried green tomatoes, the ahi tuna salad, a delicious tuna sandwich, the crowd favorite seafood sensation, and more. Then cool off at the bar with an ice-cold beer, a glass of wine, or one of Basil's handcrafted specialty cocktails. And don't worry, your Basil's favorites and our full regular menu are available every day. Basil's, Pirates supporting pirates.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now, because they have as low as 1.9% APR available for 36 months with approved credit. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
The days are hot, but the deals are hotter at Russell's in downtown Washington. Rhonda has all summer merchandise 40 to 75% off. Refresh your wardrobe with great savings from casual comfort to the perfect outfit for weddings, vacation, and everything in between. Whether you're dressing to impress or looking to stay cool, Russell's has all the brands, styles, and customer service you deserve. But don't wait. Shop while selection is good and prices are even better at Russell's in downtown Washington, where it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers.
The biggest sporting event in the world, and a superior light beer to match it. Michelob Ultra. For every match, every goal, every superior play on the world's biggest stage. Because from the pitch to the pour, superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra. official beer sponsor of the FIFA World Cup 26. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
UBE and PiratWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PiratWare.com. Go Pirates!
This is Josh Gross, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime from anywhere at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you. Might have to talk some fantasy football with Junior Smith. Said he played a little fantasy. What's your outlook for my QB, Jaden Daniels, this year, coming off an injury, Junior? How you feel about Jaden Daniels? Man, I don't like that little face you just made.
Coming off an injury, it's always pretty challenging. So yeah. I might want to put him on the bench for a little bit and wait and see what how he comes back. See how kind of preseason he has.
Yeah, hoping for a strong bounce back for him and my Commanders this coming season.
A Commander fan? Huh?
Yes, sir. Okay. Been a Redskins football team, Commanders fan my whole life.
So do you ever talk with Willie Smith?
Actually, yeah. He joined us to talk Pirate football quite a bit. And also, I texted him one time. He said, hey, man, can't do the show this week. I'm going to the alumni event in Washington.
Okay.
And I said, dude, first of all, I was like, hey, if you see Santana Moss and Clinton Porter,
invite you up.
And I said, next year, let me go, man. Let me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be your bouncer or something. But yeah, so yeah, Big Willie. He played for the Skins, the Raiders, Chargers, I think.
Yeah. So when you think about Willie Smith, and we're talking about Linval, we'll get on that. But those were guys that were battling every day and things like that. So it's kind of cool.
So I've talked to HUD like from the defensive side of it. How about you're going and again, I guess y'all did do some good on good. So when you would face, you got Jay Ross, Linval Joseph in the middle, CJ and Scotty.
Wow, yeah.
Pierre, Quentin. I mean, just what? Wow. Before that, Fred was the linebacker.
Fred,
I mean that, and then hell, let's go back. Van Eskridge. Let's go. Spider Simmons. Dakota.
Yeah.
I mean, just young Emmanuel Davis was a part of that group too, I think. Mm-hmm. But man, that is a stout defense that your guys had to look at.
Yes, hats off to the university for being able to hire a guy like Skip Holtz to get him to Greenville, North Carolina, and hats off to Coach Holtz for what he did. Came here and did Planet Seeds and had some good success and put together a good staff. And we had some good recruiters on that staff with Rick Smith and Donnie Thompson and Shank, myself, Donnie Kirkpatrick, Phil Petty. Just we were hungry. HUD. We knew there were players out there, and we were able to go out there and get some players to come to Greenville. When you start thinking about Dwayne Harris's and Linval Joseph and Jay Ross and Willie Smith and Dominique Lindsay and Chris Johnson was already here, obviously, and then you had Jonathan Williams and Norman Whitley and we had some good players here. So
no doubt, and Linval, so he was a 3-star. But those other guys you mentioned, I don't even know like if Dwayne like a big star guy coming out of Georgia.
So I recruited Dwayne.
Yeah.
So Dwayne was out of
Stone Mountain,
Tucker
Georgia,
High School. Tucker High School in Stone Mountain, Georgia, and it came down to the last day of recruiting because everybody else wanted him to play like defensive back or wide receiver.
Okay.
And we told him, hey, we think you can come into our system and play quarterback. We were going to do a lot of their run reads and throw the bubble screens. And he was just such a good athlete coming out of high school. And, we got him on the last day. He told a story at Hall of Fame how he was getting ready to sign with Southern Miss, but somehow the scholarship paper didn't come through or something, he said.
And technically, you didn't lie to him because you got in a situation where you had to put him at quarterback against Virginia Tech, like his first game, right?
Yeah.
Because Rob Cass got in trouble. You started Brett Clay, and then I think Pinckney might have came in. Pinckney eventually took over. But Dwayne Harris played he just took some direct snaps or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But a young Dwayne was out there playing quarterback, and he's my all-time favorite Pirate. I always say, Justin Hardy, and you could go back to those good names you mentioned, Clayton Driver. We had some great Larry Shannon. They might be the best receivers, but Dwayne Harris was the best football player. I feel like if Greg Hudson said, hey, Junior, or hey, Donnie, give me Dwayne, you could put him as safety or whatever, and he would still make an impact.
Yeah, do you know that? So we played him at quarterback, right? And we were doing the run, read option stuff with him. Because he could throw the ball 75 yards, it was something crazy. Dwayne Harris had a strong arm. It was ridiculous. But, then we tried to move him to running back. And he was back there playing running. I said, Dwayne, I don't want you taking these hits. I was like, I'm not going to do that to you. You know what I mean? You didn't come here to be a running back. He could have told it, but we was like, hey, you don't need to be getting hit like that and picking up linebackers and those types of things.
Because he looked for the physical. He wanted to.
Physical,
yeah, right.
And so, but lucky he found his position with the quarterback, receiver, and returner, and worked with him doing the punt returns, and was a explosive playmaker as well. So,
man, just a great era of Pirate football. I mentioned this earlier. So Linville played as a true freshman at that time. I don't think Skip let us talk to freshmen, and a lot of coaches do that. Mm-hmm. By his sophomore season, we were talking more to CJ, Scotty, those guys. And then, Linville played one more year here. And I guess my point was we never interviewed him a whole lot. We never talked to him a whole lot. He was a great player, but there was some bigger talkers, I think, that we would go to and stuff. So I didn't really get to know him that well. I'm looking forward to talking to him. But, what kind of guy do you remember from Linville?
First of all, he was awesome. I can remember when he came on his recruiting trip, and he was recruited by Coach Rick Smith.
Oh, yeah. He's told that story here.
Down in Florida. And he came up, and he liked it up here. And, a lot of the schools, the big three down there didn't go on. They didn't offer him. They wanted to bring him in as an offensive lineman. And we'd say, hey, we see you as a defensive lineman, and that's the position he wanted to play, and he believed in us, and he came in. And, man, but you're talking about a guy that was just massive. You know what I mean? A space eater, I think is what they call him. And in the NFL, I think it says his name was the Big Goon in the NFL. But he was just a super smart guy, very serious, just locked in, like a hard worker, just a guy that big, 6'4", 330, probably the strongest in the weight room. Just was just so strong, but his work ethic was just amazing. He had a work ethic kind of like a running back type, a wide receiver or something like that. You know what I mean? And then Coach Rock at the time did an excellent job of coaching him as well. And, Glennsville, just an awesome person, nice guy. So
that's awesome. And a lot of guys, Brian Bailey talks about, covering high school football and seeing C.J. Wilson, the running back, who turned into a big, giant defensive end. But you bring a lot of guys to ECU, and you have to say, all right, what are they going to look like in 3 years? Mm-hmm. You don't really get a lot of Linville Josephs where day one, he's got the size.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
One, he came in, and after the first practice, it was okay, yeah, he's got what it takes. So it's amazing to see a guy that big just move from sideline to sideline. Didn't take any plays off, and you didn't want to be in his way. When we would play other teams, they would first come up to us. You talk with other staffs on the sideline or in the middle of the field, and as soon as we start speaking with them, they say, hey, man, that front four you guys got is unbelievable.
It's amazing they were all here at the same time. That was just Good recruiting, luck, whatever the heck you want to call it.
Yeah,
and
so shouts out to Coach Donnie Thompson and Coach Rock and also Vernon Hargrave.
Yeah, Coach Hargrave.
All those guys did a good job of recruiting and coaching those guys to play successful.
Man, a cruel twist of fate that Hargraves moves. Where did he go with Skip?
Yeah, he ended up going down
to
South Florida.
So his kid obviously was growing up in Florida, went to Florida, and Shane Carden's last pass was intercepted by Hargrave's son.
Wow.
Yeah, who went to the NFL.
Yeah, that was amazing to see that kid run around in all the camps here. And you could see he had something special then, but he was like kind of really short then. And then he went down to Florida. I don't know what happened, but this guy had like a growth spurt. It was unbelievable. And he ended up becoming like the #1 recruit in Florida.
Man. And we see why.
He's ready to go into the I think it's like the SEC Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Or the, something. It might be the Florida Hall of Fame. I think is what I saw an article on the other day.
Junior, do you remember, like, is there one that got away, like a guy you recruited, you had a chance at, that you almost got that ended up being really good? Like, has anybody come to mind for you on that?
I think Sean Drone. I think he was a pretty good player.
Was he like Tarboro? He was somewhere in North Carolina.
Somewhere in North Carolina, and then he came to our camp, and we offered him as a running back and a DB, and then he went to I think Carolina next week, and then he ended up committing to them, and he ended up going on to be a really special player as well. So.
And that's tough, man. You get State Carolina calling you, then you got to somehow out recruit them one way or another.
It was Manny Lawson, I think, was the
man. He was the dude at State. They had him and Super Mario together, right? I think those were the DNs.
Yeah, the DNs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where was he from?
I think he was from like the Wilson area or something like that.
Yep, he was a bad dude too. Junior Smith joining us today. Junior, Coach Hudd talked about. You mentioned the late great Rock Rogaman. Mm-hmm. Coach Hudd said sometimes he'd either get bored or things were going too good, so he had to mess it up. But he would say, "Rock, your guys, what's wrong with your guys today?" And Rock would be like, "What do you mean?" And he'd say, "Man, I mean, CJ's kind of loafing, and Jay, they're just they're not doing anything." And he was lying, whatever. And he said Rock would like run over there, start yelling at him, getting on him, and Hud would be laughing. Like, do you remember that? Any of that happen with y'all, like on the offensive side or anything?
Man, I tell you what, now, Coach Rock, now he had like the most intensity and just the most enthusiasm from a coach that I've ever seen. Like he was just on 10, like all the time,
on 10,
all the time, like just. Yeah, but I think on the offensive side, we were more of like finesse and trying to keep the kids calm and focused and learn, as opposed to defense. They were like just kind of had that attitude, like they need to run to the ball and hit lights out. But we had
that's true because like Todd Fitch, Donnie K, yourself, y'all were kind of buttoned up, I guess, and then you got Rock and Hud, screaming over there on the other side. So that's kind of neat how the two sides were different that way.
Yeah, we were a little bit different, And Skip was a firecracker too, and he wanted us to be like that. But that was not my coaching style. Right. I wasn't coached like that, and I felt like the Todd Berriers and Steve Logan, they were able to get the best out of me by just telling me what needed to be done and let's get it done. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't like a firecracker, and because sometimes my kids didn't respond as well. You know what I mean? So
was Coach Berry your position coach here?
Yeah, he was the offensive coordinator here, and then he was my the running backs coach as well.
Gotcha. And you went with him to Louisiana?
I started. He was the head coach at Illinois State. And I was back here in grad school, and he called me and said, "Hey, I got a position open for you." And it was a position where it was kind of like a GA position. You didn't have to, you weren't really getting paid. It was like a restricted earnings. I think I was making like $6,000 or something like that. And
but kind of a foot in the door or whatever.
Foot in the door and be the running backs coach, and we went there and we won 2 championships while we were there, so it was pretty successful.
Well, you got that business mind that we talked about earlier. Did you? After your playing career, did you want to coach, or was like if he didn't offer you that, would you have been a coach, or were you done something else?
Well, at East Carolina, I majored in exercise and sports science, so I was going the teacher's route, and I had a concentration in mathematics, so I was going to go teach in high school or something like that, But I was like, I think I want to work with the kids and bring people. I think I could pass a gift to people, so I said, let me go try to do it on the college level as opposed to in high school, and
yeah,
I was blessed and fortunate to be able to go the college route right offhand, and then go coach some pro ball. You know, I have been getting some offers lately to say, hey, you want to try and come do some high school stuff with us, but you know, right now I'm not ready for that. That just wasn't my calling right now.
Pirate legend, Hall of Famer Junior Smith joining us. We got a lot more stories to tell, so we'll save those for another day, Junior. But appreciate you joining us today, man. And we'll keep in touch. Planning on talking to you quite a bit this football season.
That sounds good. I appreciate you guys having. You guys do an awesome job, and thanks for keeping the community updated on everything. And go Pirates.
Yes, sir. Well, when we return, another running back coming up, Rahjai Harris. He's got his camp, so he's back in South Carolina. We'll catch up with the number 47, Rahjai Harris, when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
Hello, Pirate fans. Jeff Stein coming at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. For Buick, we've got Envistas at 0.9 with $1,000 purchase allowance. Encore GX 0.9 with $2,250 in purchase allowance. Envision also with 0.9 with $1,750 in purchase allowance. And Enclave 0.9 with $750 in purchase allowance. Only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. We've got 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
Play ball! Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Hey, Eastern North Carolina, Mike from SCI Technologies. Got summer travel plans, beach trips, long weekends, time away from home? Before you leave, make sure everything back at home is ready to go.
Imagine this. You're relaxing, miles away, and your phone buzzes. Not a surprise, not a panic, just a quick check-in. With SCI, you can arm your system, view your cameras, and get real-time alerts right from your phone.
So instead of worrying, just tap, check, and get back to your vacation. Because security isn't when everything goes right. It's for the moment something doesn't. SCI Technologies, protecting what matters, no matter where you are.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the Pirates fly.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
And now a word from our sponsor, Bud Light. There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... what if we just got out of here and grabbed some Bud Lights?
But man, we're on air for 4 more hours.
They'll figure it out.
Sounds good to me.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Stock up now. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Steve. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a place for lunch? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at just $11. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. We had and have the all-time leading rusher in ECU football history, Junior Smith, in studio.
Go Pirates.
And right now, we'll talk to number 2 on the list, our guy, number 47, Rahjai Harris, joins us on the Turner Home Team Live line. Rahjai, how you doing, man?
Man, what's going on, my guy? I can't complain. How about yourself?
We're doing all right. Good news, it's not extremely hot today, but that means it's raining. You got to take one with the other. So I don't mind today outside the heat, I guess. So we're doing all right. Another day closer to football. We are now, let's see, Zeke Bigger days away from football for number 44, former Pirate linebacker. And Rahjai, appreciate you putting out, helping us out with the video earlier this week. We had to celebrate the 47 days away. It's getting close.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate y'all letting me do that too, man. It made my day for sure.
What, I don't know, what day, hell, it might already feel real to the players, but we're counting them down, and we do it pretty much throughout the year on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff, but when it hits double digits, when it goes from 100 to 99, that's kind of a milestone. We're inside of 50 now. Is there a day, a time? Is it maybe the first day of when you report? Or when does it feel real to you?
There you go, right there. You said it.
Yeah.
Count, man. And, I don't know when they report or, when they got to get there or anything, but I can tell you right now, their minds are on camp. They're thinking about it. They can't stop thinking about it. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I think that's when it gets real right there, when you report, you get all your information, you get all that situated, man, and then you sit at home that day before and you just think well, my life going to be hectic for the next, however long. You feel what I'm saying? And it finally hits you, but it locks you in. You feel what I'm saying? Camp, I'm telling you, man, camp is good, man. You really get that chemistry, man, with the players. It might be fights, it might be fussing at times, but it ain't doing nothing but bringing them together.
There we go. And Rahjai, one of the milestones we're looking forward to here is the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. Usually it's a couple of days before the season opener, but since ECU opens on the road and a lot of Pirate fans will be heading to Tuscaloosa, we're going to have the party the following Thursday. So that'll be coming up on Thursday, September the 10th, and ahead of the App State game. And big announcement today, former Pirate Linville Joseph will be back in Greenville joining us at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. And he has not been here in a long, long time. So that's a big deal to get Linville back in town. And I think we've talked about it off the air a little bit. Are you locking yourself in?
I'm planning on it, man. I'm locking myself in, man. I'm going to be there, man. I can't wait to be there either, man.
We loved seeing you last year. And I know, man, the fans, anytime Rahjai's there, the fans, the smiles light up just like yours. So that's exciting, man.
You crazy, man. But definitely, it's always a great time there. I definitely had fun meeting everybody last year and just seeing all the familiar faces. And, man, just being around Pirate Nation, man. And I'm sure he's going to enjoy just being around them. Being around the people, being around the fans, being around the people that watched him. Man, it's everything to us, man, in East Carolina, man. So excited to be back down there for sure.
Pirate news, of course, Linville had a long career, great career in the NFL, and saw some Pirate football news today. Did you put this out, Shirley? With Noah Henderson, who played in the UFL, is now going to continue playing football this calendar year in the CFL. So that's awesome for Big Noah.
That's always a blessing right there, man, especially from a guy like him that played in that uniform, man, and, you know, a guy that put so much into it is finally getting the recognition, is finally getting going and doing bigger things in his career, man, and I'm happy for him. He keeps balling out, man, and God keeps showing up for him, man. Congratulations. Shout out to Noah.
No, Rahjai, you got American Conference. It's not the AAC anymore. My bad. The American Conference Media Days going on in Florida, and we talked about this a little bit with you last week. And you were awesome to talk to during your playing days here, and you told a great story about early in your high school career. And I guess you had a big game, and they wanted to interview you for the first time, and you said you were a deer in headlights. And your dad said, "What? Go talk to yourself in the mirror and get more comfortable." And that was great advice from him. But I'm wondering, Rahjai, do they do anything at East Carolina to kind of media train you or anything like that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure, man. I was a sports management major at first, and then I changed into a communication major.
Right.
And it that definitely prepared me. That definitely helped me be able to speak in front of people, be able to speak, with anybody really. And that kind of helped me. But yes, man, I was a deer in headlights, man. I never forget that. I never forget it, man. It was my 9th grade year. We was in the gym, and I remember like it was yesterday. I won Player of the Week that week against Dorman. Had a pretty good game, and then, man, he put the lights up on me. So, he set his lights up, and the lights were just shining on me. He was like, "Give me a second. I'm gonna set everything up. Just give me a second, and I'll be done. You'll be ready."
Yeah.
And man, I remember I couldn't stop shaking. Like my legs were just shaking. Like he was like, "Man, I'm gonna edit it. Blase." And I remember my senior year in high school, man. I ran into him because he used to always do the news stuff, man, and he was asking me, and I was like, "Man, you remember my first one with you, man? I was shaking." And he was like, "Man, I actually do, man. I do remember that." And I was like, "Man, that's crazy." You know what I'm saying? But just seeing where I am today with it, media, and just talking, man, it's crazy, man. It really is, man. I surprised myself, man. And it used to be, I didn't used to want to listen to, my talk.
Yeah.
But now it's like got to the point now it's kind of like, I'm comfortable with it.
I totally understand that, Rahjai. So I'm still somewhat uncomfortable hearing myself talk. I like hearing y'all talk, but not necessarily me. But yeah, that's a cool story, and I that's why I really enjoy having you guys on. I feel like I think enough time has passed that I can say this, but we had a former football player who was an intern here at Pirate Radio doing stuff, and then the season was about to start. And the coach, an ECU coach, told him that he couldn't do Pirate Radio stuff. And I understand that. He said that, Pirate Radio doesn't have your best interest in heart. And that kind of turned me off a little bit. But I understand it from the coach's perspective because they're nervous to have a player on the team around a microphone a whole lot and what they could say and couldn't say. But I will say that player now joins us every Friday on Pirate Radio Live. And, he's used me as a reference. I certainly have his best interest in mind. But I guess my point is that having you guys on, like Isaiah Winstead, he's not a huge talker, but we got him to open up a little bit. Obviously, Holton, I think the coaches trusted him and you to kind of go out there and talk because they knew you weren't going to say anything crazy. But I don't know. It bridges the gap, I think, from the player to the fans when we're able to open up with you a little bit.
Yeah, and the fans kind of can understand and realize like who that person is without the helmet on.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why it's good. And just to get in front of the camera, run camps like I do, you do things, that just have your face without the helmet on. You feel what I'm saying? So they can see who you really is and stuff like that. And Pirate Radio has allowed me to, showcase that, on many platforms. You feel what I'm saying? People just hearing my voice. People may hit me up and be like, heard you on the radio, heard you on Pirate Radio, and that right there just makes my day right there. My parents watch it every day, every time I watch it. So every time I do it, I'm sorry, and it's a blessing, man. It really is, man. Being able to talk, share my story with other people, and let my story touch other people.
Man, that's awesome. And yeah, you do inspire us, entertain us, and everything in between, Rahjai, all the Pirate fans. So it's great stuff, man. And this is the first time I'm talking to Rahjai in the Eastern time zone. I was almost confused at what time to call him today because he's back on the east side. But back in South Carolina, man, you said, and we'll let you run in a minute so you can talk to your grandma. He said you just got kind of around there and visiting family and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, man. So I got back, man, and, I'm visiting her for a little bit. But, I got to camp this weekend. So I came in town early, man, just to get a few workouts in with Pops. See my little brothers and sisters, older brothers and sisters, man, and just kind of hang out with the fam before I report back because I'm in grind mode. You feel that? Yeah, recovery is really, you got to be there and you got to recover. You got to be at rehab. So
yeah,
I take this little mental reset to get away. But I'm right back to the grind, man. Right back to it.
Tell us what the plan is for, when is it, Saturday, Rahjai? What's the weekend look like for your camp?
Yeah, so, man, we're having a camp. We're having a free camp, man. Right now we have 92 kids signed up. We got vendors out there. We got food trucks out there, ice cream, everything like that, desserts. Everything's going to be free. Literally the first 50 kids get T-shirts. And, man, we're just going to have a day of fun. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go out there and just let them have fun. I'm going to emphasize that to the staff. I just really want them to have fun on one day that the city just comes together just to have fun, man. And it started due to childhood cancer. A lot of people don't know that. I had a little cousin pass away from leukemia. She would have graduated this year. But she passed away, man, and it kind of like made me think real deep about just the children in the community and stuff like that. And how can I keep her name alive? And that's kind of how it happened. And I had a homeboy, Chuck. I still got a homeboy. Chuck is my best friend, but his brother had leukemia as well. He's doing great now. Dean's doing great. So I always add his name in there as well.
Man, appreciate you sharing that with us, Rahjai. Rahjai Harris joining us. Your bio says Duncan, South Carolina. Is that right? Where are you? Is that where you are?
So I'm in Spartanburg.
Spartanburg.
But yes, I'm from Duncan. Yep, I'm from Duncan. So it's about 15 minutes.
Okay, I was looking up how far you are from Basils. You're less than 5 hours from Basils, Rahjai. That don't seem like too far.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Hey, I get some free time. I'll shoot up there. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
A hop, skip, and a jump from some wings from Basils.
What I promise you is not the same as down there. You got to go check out the wings, the pizza, the pasta, the whatever.
Yes, sir.
The whatever, my guy.
Rahjai, Shirley just handed me a note. ECU announced today that a Chris Johnson decal will be on helmets this year. I guess that's on ECUPirates.com. And
I need one of those.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's really cool. And we've talked about CJ2K, just a long line of great running backs here at ECU. And you're the second all-time leading rusher. Chris Johnson's in that top 5, but they'll be honoring him this year.
That's what's up, man. And that's something that's probably going to get recognized around the whole league.
Yeah.
The NFL, too, man. I see the Titans got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
But, man, we're going to see, man. This is definitely impactful for the whole organization, the whole NFL organization, the whole college organization, especially East Carolina. He played at East Carolina, so us representing him like that is everything. You know what I'm saying? Especially for him and his family, his kids, and stuff like that. So that's good, man. That's really good to hear, man. Really is.
Rahjai, have a great camp, man. I know the people around there will be excited to see you, interact with you, the kids, the parents, everybody. So enjoy that, and we'll check in with you next week, man.
Most definitely, man. It's great to hear from you.
Rahjai Harris back in South Carolina, and looking forward to his camp coming up this weekend. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll go out live to Florida and check in with Brian Bailey, who is at American Conference Media Day. John Gruden there as well, talking to Pirate players and Blake Harrell. So we'll get an update from that, and also hear what Coach Harrell had to say at Media Day. Also, Jeff Nadu going to join us hour 3, an in-depth Big Ten preview on the way. Who's Nadu like? Ohio State, Oregon, or can Indiana repeat as champion? We'll do that when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linville Joseph.
Ball's out, picked up by the Vikings. Joseph, can he win this long foot race? Linville Joseph, no flags, touchdown Minnesota.
Come welcome Linville back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September 10th.
He just put Sayamalo on his back. What a play by Linville Joseph.
Party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
Happy 250th birthday, America! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Let's celebrate freedom and heritage with a little less noise. During IWI's Silent Summer Rebate, purchase a qualifying Tavor 7, Zion 25, Galil H Gen 2, or Zion 15 SPR and receive a free Caliber matching suppressor. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber. We'll guide you through every step of the suppressor application process in-house. All NFA rules apply. Let freedom ring a little quieter. Visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Truck buyers, Jeep lovers, and deal hunters, get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville right now for some of the biggest savings of the year. Drive home a new 2026 Ram 1500 and save up to 25% off on 2026 Ram 1500s. That's up to $23,000 in savings. Get the best riding truck and the best warranty in the business at 10 years and 100,000 miles. It's the Make This the Summer event. Looking for SUV luxury and capability? Get into a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee and save up to $7,000 or lease one for as low as $459 a month. Ready for adventure? The iconic 2026 Jeep Wrangler is available with savings up to $8,000 or lease one for as low as only $409 a month. Hurry to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Greenville Boulevard or shop online today.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep across from the Cockerell in Greenville. Come see us!
Lease offers based on 39-month lease, 10,000 miles per year with $3,999 due at signing. Tax tags and $899 admin fee not included. See dealer for details.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43 just past D.H. Conley High School or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. You can shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, that phone call might be Brian Bailey calling us back live in Florida at American Conference Media Days. ECU Hall of Famer Junior Smith here in the Pirate Radio studios. Junior was announced today, by the way. East Carolina will be having a Chris Johnson decal on the helmets this year. So classy touch there.
Yes, sir.
Honoring Chris Johnson. And we head out to the Turner Home Team live line. Bailey, you're not the only Hall of Famer I'm talking to today. I got Junior Smith beside me.
Junior Smith, one of my all-time favorites.
Brian Bailey, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome now. Better than I deserve, so.
We're talking some football past, present, and Bailey, you are down there checking out American Conference Media Day. I guess we'll start with Chucky, John Gruden, man. I saw him talking to the players. Were you able to talk to John Gruden?
I haven't talked to him yet. They had them stacked team by team by team. So when one team was right there, the next team was standing there ready to go with him. And I'm not sure if he's going to be around tomorrow or not. I think he would do an interview because he was really, he's got a lot of energy and he was fun. And I listened to him talk to the Charlotte football guys. And then I listened, of course, to the East Carolina guys. And I think that in talking to Brock Spalding afterwards, they had a blast. Coach Harrell and everybody, that was probably had to be the highlight of the day because everything else was just kind of pictures and promotional type stuff. But having a chance, Brock Spalding got a chance to go up and draw his favorite play, and that was pretty cool. And he said he did not expect that, but he drew his favorite play. And then he told Coach Harrell, he said that was from last year. It's not one of Coach did.
Don't want to give away the playbook there. Right. Junior, as a player and a coach, you have memorized millions of plays. Could you draw? What would you draw on the board right now as your favorite play?
Man, probably have to be
Gamecock.
Oh, Gamecock. There you go. Probably be outside zone and a trap. One of those.
There we go. Bailey, we're going to play your interview with Coach Harrell coming up in a moment. I know you talked to the Pirates. Have you had? You said Monday you really look forward to talking to the other coaches because this is the only opportunity you get. Have you been able to do that yet at all?
No, we do that tomorrow. They come out and because today is mainly each team had a certain schedule to go by. So I stayed with the Pirates, and they did, still pictures, and they did videos, slots. The cheerleaders are here, Petey's here, so they did a lot of stuff like that. And then we had a chance to get some interviews after that. And then the players have a trip to go on. I think only the social media. So Oz is here from East Carolina. He'll go with them with the players. I think they're doing something with the Dolphins or something tonight. The coaches have a meeting. I think that's with the commissioner and dinner and everything, and then everybody gets up early in the morning. The commissioner speaks at 8, if I'm not mistaken, and then at 8:40 we break out, and they'll send like 3 teams to each in 3 different spots. So we'll be camped out in one spot and trying to get at least get all the opponents for East Carolina, maybe try to get a couple of more, but it's a chance, to meet the guys that and you know how it is in football. The press conferences at the end of the game, one's on 200 yards away from the other one. You can't really get both coaches. You have to send 2 crews to get both coaches. So this is a rare chance to get the opposition, the opposing coach.
And, man, an eclectic mix of coaches in the American. You've got veterans. I'm going to call Brian Newberry at this point going into year 4, a veteran at Navy. Jeff Traylor has been at UTSA for a while. Monken has been at Army for a while. And then, really, it's Blake Harrell's up next, which is crazy to say because everybody else is year 1 or 2. He's almost a veteran in this league at this point, Brian.
Yeah, I saw the first 2 you mentioned. I saw them in the hallway. I haven't seen Coach Monken yet from Army, but he's always fun to talk to as well. Yeah, you're right. And this, you hate to say it, but it's kind of like the cradle of coaches that are headed to bigger and better things, and that's what the American got last year. What was it, 4 that moved on?
Tulane, South Florida, yeah. Had a bunch of them.
So the new, influx of coaches coming in, which I think will work to East Carolina's advantage. And, and the other thing I like about coming here is you just get so fired up for the season coming up. I mean, you can tell with the guys, their eyes, you can tell Coach Harrell. I mean, they're ready. They've been working out a long time, and the next step is to start practice. The quarterback battle is going to be really intriguing in August. It's just one of those things that I look forward to. And those scrimmages can be really, really hot and really boring, but I think they're going to mean a whole lot more this summer.
Yeah, as Rahjai earlier, I'll ask you, Junior, as a player and a coach, like when does it start to feel real for you? We're 44 days away. Is it now or is it late? Like, is it camp? Like, when does it start to say, okay, it's time to lock in?
Yeah, I think it's like right now. It's like you're trying to put, all your success from the season before behind you. So for me personally, I used to do a tradition. I used to cut my head bald like right before the season started, and just kind of, I heard Jordan or somebody used to do that. And so I kind of picked up on that tradition of, hey, just, forget about everything you did in the past, and it's a new year, and you want to be consistent and never want to be known as a failure. So that's, you kind of got that chip on your shoulder type thing. But yeah, it comes real with camp because you put on all that hard work during the summer and sprints and weight room and things like that. So
Bailey, if you shave your head, I'll shave mine and get ready for the season.
Now, let me tell you something. I've only shaved my head one time in my life, and I pray to the good Lord that I don't have to shave it again.
Yes, sir. We're glad you're here and healthy, Brian Bailey. It's going to be a little real next week. Zach Kaplan said you got some high school football practice to cover, so it's all kind of happening. But it's still a ways from the games, but things are happening.
Yeah, they are happening. That first day of practice for me is always a lot of fun too. You get out early, you get. Because most schools either go really early or they go late in the afternoon, so you're able to get, a whole bunch of different ones. We go down to New Bern for their annual preseason kickoff thing on Tuesday night next week, and that's always a lot of fun. And then the conferences start their media days. Everybody goes to Parker.
Oh, yeah.
So you put on about 10 pounds that week.
I'm going to try to get on that list again this year, Bailey.
You should. It's a good list to get on, I can tell you that.
All right, Bailey, don't say number one. I know Robert Jones is your all-time favorite Pirate, so don't lie to Junior Smith. Where's Junior Smith on your list?
Oh, man.
1A.
No. No. He's your favorite offensive player. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there you go. Don't tell Robert he's my all-time favorite. He'll get cocky.
Yeah, Robert.
When he liked him here, and then when Robert put on that star, Bailey, that was it. That was number one.
Yeah, man. When he signed that license plate that I still have, that was a lot there.
Oh wow,
BB, awesome stuff, man, and I appreciate you sending videos Pirate Radio's way. So once again, you did some work today. It sounds like tomorrow's going to be a busy day there too. Talking to a lot of guys.
Yeah, I think it'll be busy early. I fly out about 3:30 out of Tampa, so we'll get it done, get a little lunch, and get back on the airplane. But yeah, getting out of Raleigh this morning was a little tough. There was some storms all around, but after that, it was fine.
Good deal. What's the food situation? No clam bake, so are you on your own? They gonna feed you?
Yeah, the dinners are on your own these days, which is a shame. Those clam bakes, man, they were legendary. Those lobsters, and I'll still remember Coach Ruff, man. He loved those lobsters. So did Brian Bailey, I can tell you that.
That's why we get into this business, Junior. We get in games for free, and usually we get free food. But
there you go.
Yeah. Thank you, Bailey. Appreciate it, man.
Good talking to you.
Appreciate it.
Be safe.
Take care.
All right, there he is, the Hall of Famer, Brian Bailey, joining us on the Turner Home Team Live line. We've got interviews to pass along. We'll do one now, but we'll hit some tomorrow and maybe throughout next week as well for Media Day. But Shirley, can we hear Bailey and Blake Harrell one-on-one from earlier today?
Coach, first of all, just talk about this event a little bit. What's it mean to you and to the guys you brought?
Media days and for the American Conference, first of all, means we're one day closer to football season. So that's exciting. And just the fact that our conference takes place in this and putting together for our student athletes and our coaches to help promote our conference and help promote our sport. And then, bringing two young student athletes with us that get to experience this and experience what the excitement is about it and growing into the football season is pretty cool too.
Talk about why you brought the two guys you did with Brock and Josiah.
Yeah, Brock Spalding with us and Josiah Robinson. Two guys have been Pirates for a long time. Brock started out as a Pirate. He'll be a fifth-year player for us, slot receiver from Virginia. Already has his degree and wanted to finish his career where he started. Like most folks in this conference, if you have success, you have an opportunity to play other places. And he wanted to remain a Pirate and finish his career as a Pirate, and that's special. And then Josiah Robinson, one of the unique stories in college football, has some injuries as a young player, is going to his 7th year of football. I think it may be the last time we go through a roster like this. Our average age will actually be 21 and a half next season. We have two guys that are 25 years old. Josiah is 24. But he's been here for 6 years and loves Pirate Nation, loves Greenville. He was just telling Coach Gruden about that earlier and why he loves being a Pirate.
When you talk about things with John Gruden, was that intimidating at all, and what was that like?
You know, when you're sitting down with a Super Bowl coach and a guy that's had success like Coach Gruden and been on national TV at the highest level and all levels of football and probably forgotten more football than I'll ever know, it's a pretty cool experience. You know, it's just to sit down and talk with him and feel his energy and feel his knowledge for the game and love for the game.
And Brock had a chance to get on the whiteboard, didn't he?
Brock had a chance to get on the whiteboard and drop his favorite pass route to the slot. Obviously, the ball went to him. He made sure the ball was a play where the ball went to him. But as we walked away, I'm thinking, all right, he just gave away one of our favorite plays for the year. Everybody's going to be on top of that. He looked at me and winked. He said, "Hey, Coach, that's a play from last year. I'm not giving my favorite play away from this year."
That's good stuff. How's it been with two new coordinators? How is that going?
Yeah, you know, it's been really exciting. It's really good energy in our office with our staff is really coming together, and those guys are, you know, putting everything they have to help our season be successful. You know, Jordan Davis and Jordan Hankins is just, you know, sometimes a change can be refreshing, and they've certainly been that. Not that we're, you know, upset to see the other guys go, but those two have been, you know, very making themselves a home to be Pirates and all those things. Yeah, I think every position's a battle. I think as you go into it, yeah, you may have a 1A, 1B, or two guys who are battling out for a position. And sometimes you got the right guys on the bus. Maybe you got the right guys on the goal line. You just got to figure out where they belong on the bus and what seat they belong in. So we got to get those things figured out and ironed out. And that's what makes preseason camp interesting, exciting, as you have those battles going on and trying to find out the right combinations and the right things that can help you be successful. And it helps push those young men to be better players as well.
You guys kick it off coming first week of August. What do you do between now and then?
Yeah, we got a few more workouts left. We got a few more days to finish up the summer workouts, and then they'll get a few days off to kind of recoup, reset, recover, and then hit that thing August 4th full speed. Ready to go.
Ready to go. And Tuscaloosa and Alabama will be on the clock, won't they?
You know, it's a great opponent opening up with Alabama, and just the excitement for our fans, our fan base in Pirate Nation, our players. You know, but our focus has to be on us and how we prepare and what we do for the next month or so before we turn our attention to Alabama.
Good. All right, there is Coach Blake Harrell. What an opener, ECU at Alabama. Junior, I'm looking at the 1994 ECU roster. So, first of all, you guys were independent, I believe, right? So, no conference at that point. But if you were sent to conference media day, you get one offense, one defense. Is Coach Logan taking Crandall? Is he taking you? Is he taking J. Nick, our guy Jason Nichols? Who do you think he's taking with him on the offensive side?
He probably would go with his quarterback.
Probably so.
Probably Marcus Crandall.
Yeah.
You know,
quarterbacks get that favoritism, right?
Yeah, and so he would probably take him on offense, and then on the defensive side of the ball.
First of all, this list of names is awesome. Mofo,
might take Mofo or maybe Libiano or Emac.
You got the Hart twins as well.
Yeah, it was
Snoop Wallace. Man, that's look. The '91 team is legendary, but looking at these names too. Yeah, that's a great era of Pirate football.
Yeah, we
right
were some of the C's from that '91 team, and a lot of guys came here wanting to make some tradition.
And before Dwayne, Larry Shannon was my favorite receiver, and I guess you had a young Larry on that team.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Larry, he was special. 6'6" and could run a 4.3. So went on to play with the Dolphins, get drafted.
Yes, sir.
The Dolphins and the Raiders, one of them, I think, drafted him.
Jimmy Johnson wanted him, said he's better than Randy Moss. And, you know what? I love Larry, but I don't know about that.
And then Jerris McPhail was on that team, too. We talked about him last time and how he ran. He was the fastest player at Miami, a couple years, that season he was in camp. Like, he ran like a 4.2 something, like, so, yeah.
And even Dan Gonzalez, I put him up there with who am I thinking? Oh, James Pinckney as maybe one of the more like underrated Pirate quarterbacks because he was around some really good ones, but when he got his opportunity, he was good.
Real smart guy too. Yep, him and Scott Harley both came down from New Jersey to join us, and
Neptune, New Jersey. Is that right?
New Jersey.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. We're going to go In depth on the Big Ten. Fascinating conference. Jeff Nadu will join us to break that down when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites. Flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on 4 wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
If you need an appliance fast, head to Appliances Superstore in Greenville. They have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in eastern North Carolina, including trusted brands like Speed Queen, so you can skip the wait and take home what you need today. Visit their new convenient location at 301 Plaza Drive and discover incredible savings on top brands. Visit their website, appliancessuperstore.com, and click the in-stock menu to shop the exact appliances they have ready today. Appliances Superstore. If it's in your home tomorrow, it's because it's in our store today. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Frank Etheridge here with First Flight Credit Union. Does this warm weather find you dreaming about weekends on the water? Make it happen with a boat loan from First Flight Credit Union. Whether you're upgrading your fishing boat, cruising with your family, or chasing sunsets, we offer competitive rates, flexible terms, and fast and local decisions, so you can spend less time waiting and more time boating. Apply today at one of our branches located in Greenville, Newbern, Havelock, Morehead City, and Cary. All local residents are membership eligible. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Go Pirates!
Pepper, oh no, they didn't. Papa John's just took their signature pepperoni and hand-stuffed it inside that garlic-kissed crust. Oh, now that's an epic pepperoni stuffed crust pizza like no mouth has ever seen.
The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza is back for only $14.99. The Epic Pepperoni Stuffed Crust Pizza made from original fresh dough, hand-stuffed with cheese and signature pepperoni, and baked into a garlicky seasoned crust. Order at papajohns.com. Go Pirates!
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
Hey Pirate fans, this is Coach Cliff Godwin. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been caring for our athletes at ECU for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for our sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the team at Orthopedics East at 252-757-2663 or visit them online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $11.99. Plus Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are just $3.49. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas, also just $11.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Hey, this is John Gordon, author of The Energy Bus, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart is your premier locally owned and operated country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. They have 3 locations to serve you on Highway 11 in Bethel, Highway 903 in Stokes, and their brand new location, Highway 11, right across from Aiden Grifton High School. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday. Guest alert, saw it on Facebook. Anna Sawyer, freshly removed from the ECU softball team, graduated, is getting into coaching, but not softball, volleyball. She'll be the new JV and varsity coach at Parrott Academy. She will join us on the show next Wednesday.
Of course, the Queen of Greenville does it again.
Now, we play that for Shirley, but originally that's for Anna Sawyer, the Queen of Greenville, who will now be the Queen of Kinston. Parrott Academy?
Yeah, Kinston.
That is correct.
So we'll talk about her career and her move, and looking forward to get the former Conley Viking in here. Also planning to talk to Mike Schwartz next week, and another Appliances Superstore opponent preview with Charlotte on the docket for next week as well. Right now, we're going to dive in to the Big Ten as Jeff Nadu joins us to preview the conferences. We've talked American, we've talked ACC. It's Big Ten Day. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you, Clip?
Doing great. Another day closer. We are 44 days away from kickoff on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff for ECU Alabama, which means we're, 37 days away from week 0. And Jeff, also after today, just one more Thursday without football. Hall of Fame game is in 2 weeks. So starting to feel real, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's like when you start to see the training camp guys report.
Yeah.
You know, after this Saturday, 4 more Saturdays without college football.
Beautiful, beautiful. Nadu, I never thought I poo-pooed the Big Ten for a long time, and I think last year was the first time that I said, okay, give me a Big Ten game over an SEC game. I got into it with the expanded teams. I think Oregon helped that out quite a bit. Even USC and Washington to some degree, just seeing different matchups. But the Indiana story, the turmoil at Michigan, and of course, Ryan Day can he win another one? And but man, the Big Ten. I don't know, Jeff. If you had to pick the best football conference, do you go SEC or Big Ten, or is it too close to call?
No, I go Big Ten.
Okay.
Period. I mean, you got Ohio State, Indiana. You've got Oregon. You've got. I mean, there's just. You even throw in, like you mentioned, Michigan. I mean,
Well, Iowa wins like 9 games every year, and we don't talk about them because they're boring. But I mean, they're solid.
100%. I mean, top to bottom. I mean, it's a little bit bigger conference. I mean, I guess it's about the same size as the SEC, but I mean, yeah, I think from an enjoyment standpoint. I mean, you look at to me, the top 3 or 4 teams in the country. There's 3 Big Ten teams. So
yeah.
I think you have to say they're the best overall conference with what they have up top.
A little bit of a cop-out by Phil Steele, although he does have Ohio State at number 1, but he has Indiana and Oregon also with a 1 beside their name. So let's start with those 3, Jeff. Hell, let's start with the champion, Indiana, because we got a Jamie in the chat gang with us every day is a Hoosier. So we'll start with them. Man, I trust the head coach, Signetti. We'll see what he comes back with at quarterback. But Jamie, the Indiana fan, tells me this team has a chance to be more talented, perhaps. But what do you think they do for an encore this year?
And I would agree. I want to take you back, Clip, 1 year ago today, right? Let's say you go 1 year ago today in 2025, and you have the choice of Josh Hoover or Fernando Mendoza to be your quarterback going into the season. Who you picking at that time?
Yeah, I didn't know who Fernando Mendoza was, to be honest with you.
Right. And we know who Josh Hoover is.
Yeah.
Josh Hoover is a guy who, in his career, across 36 games, he's thrown for almost 10,000 yards. He has 71 touchdowns over 31 starts. Okay? He is a guy who has diced up defenses for years. And now you put him behind a guy who just knows how to do this, right? He did it with Rourke. He did it with Mendoza, and he's going to do it with Josh Hoover. So that offense is going to continue to do what they do. Did they lose some talent? Sure. You lose a guy like Omar Cooper, Elijah Surratt, but they have Charlie Becker, who, emerged as one of their better players last year. You bring in Nick Marsh, a guy from Michigan State, who was one of the best players on a bad team in a really good conference. The offensive line's elite. The running game should be just fine. I don't know what there's not to like about this team on offense.
Do you know their win total, Jeff, for this year?
Do I know it?
Yeah. Do you know what it is off the top of your head?
I could tell you it's right now it's 10.5.
Okay, I brought that up just because they play nobody in non-conference. They have 2 road games, and never easy, but they're favorites at Rutgers, at Nebraska. I mean, they are walking into 6-0 pretty much into a date with Ohio State on October 17th.
Yeah, which they get at home.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, we have to mention how important being at home is, right? But the thing with this team is it really didn't matter. I mean, they went to Iowa last year and won a game. I shouldn't have. They won a game to Oregon and won at Oregon in the rain, found a way.
Was really Penn State last year, too, where they won? Yeah, at Penn State, 27-24.
Yeah, I mean, you look at what they're going to do defensively. I like where they are there. I mean, they were elite last year defensively. They were great in the red zone. They got to the quarterback on defense. They led the country in tackles for loss. I mean, they did really everything at a high level. You mentioned the schedule is very manageable. I have them in the top 3 in the country. I'm very high on Josh Hoover. I think he's a sneaky Heisman guy. We're not giving him enough credit because, again, we look at what Cignetti did last year. This, they say, and you look at what he's done in the offseason, they're talking very highly of him there. He's just a guy who works on his game. You don't really hear much else out of him. I love Indiana. They're my pick to win the conference.
Wow. All right. Jarrett loves Dan Lanning in Oregon. If I had to pick, I would just go boring and probably take Ohio State. So, I mean, are the Buckeyes and Ducks, I mean, they're up there, right there with Indiana, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, I have them as, weirdly the number 1 team in the country. I mean, just because you're the number 1 team, I mean, doesn't mean you're going to win your conference. I mean, Miami didn't win their conference. They went to the national title game. So I don't really care much about conference winners anymore. It's kind of like I feel how I feel about the NCAA tournament. Like, right. I don't care that a team wins their conference, win the whole thing.
Yeah.
On offense, I mean, what's not to like? I mean, I was very high on. You got one of the better receiver corps every year. Really good offensive line. Bo Jackson in the backfield. Their defense was historically good last year. Then again, though, you lose Arvell Reese, you lose Sonny Styles, you lose Caleb Downs. But they just kind of reload. You're kind of picking straws on Ohio State or Indiana. They're both top 3 teams in the country to me.
The other day with Coach Mack, we did dark horses in each conference if you had to pick a winner outside of the top. So for the ACC, I said no Miami, no SMU. Who you got for the, and so on and so forth. For the Big Ten, I said take out those 3, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon. Who would you go with? Jeff, how would you answer that question?
I would go with Penn State. And I look at it and I say, like, what's a true dark horse? Like, to me, a dark horse isn't picking Oregon if you don't pick it.
Right, yeah.
State, right.
Speaking of favorable schedules, and I got to look at their conference, but Penn State's got nobody in the non-conference.
No, their toughest game is at Michigan. That's their toughest game.
Yeah, so they avoid Indiana, they avoid Oregon. I think, that was Mac's pick too, and it was mostly based on the schedule.
Right, and the out-of-conference schedule, Marshall, Temple, Buffalo. I mean, not a lot there. And what do we know about this team? Well, they couldn't win the big game, but that guy's gone, right? Matt Campbell's in. That's a great signing.
Yeah.
You bring in Rocco Beck, too. I think he's been pretty good. Defensively, they have a new coordinator, and he was great as a defensive guy out at UCLA. I think there's a lot to like about this team. They have a whole new team, which is what we want. You want a kind of a new spark. I think the goal here is get into the playoff and see what happens. I like them. 25-1 is too high to me. I have them as the 5th best team in this conference, personally. We're kind of ranking them like they're the 7th.
Speaking on the depth of the Big Ten, Illinois, picked 9th by Phil Steele. They had 9 wins last year. Looking at their schedule, not a lot of impressive wins. They won at Duke, and that, if I recall, that was a pretty close game, and then it got ugly at the end. But how about Illinois with our old friend Caden Hauser taking over at quarterback? What do you think about Hauser and the Illini this year?
Yeah, I wonder, I'm fascinated by it. I wonder if he'll work in that system, because we know at ECU, under that offensive coordinator, that tutelage, it was, we want to play very fast, we want to play up and down. And again, if you have the wrong quarterback in a system where he needs to do something else and you're not doing it, it could be problematic. We know Illinois for always kind of being, again, more, not as deliberate. They like to run the ball a little bit more, settle themselves behind a good offensive line, a good defense. They have a pretty new offensive line there. They only bring back one kid from last year on that line. Defensively, they've kind of made their hay. They lose their defensive coordinator who goes to Notre Dame. They bring in a guy who is a FCS coach. So to me, I think 9's about right. You may even put them a little lower. Throw in, they've got to go to Ohio State. They've got to go to play Duke out of conference. That's not easy. They got to play Oregon. So the schedule isn't as forgiving. There's a lot of new faces with a quarterback who's in a system that may or may not work.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, you brought up Iowa. They just kind of do what they do. How about Matt Rule, Nebraska? Again, everything is flipped. Nebraska is good at baseball and basketball. Indiana stinks at basketball. They're good at baseball and football. So everything's flipped with those schools. Can Matt Rule in Nebraska be a factor here in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I got to tell you, I thought about them as maybe a sleeper as well, like a deeper one. Like I have them above Illinois personally. Like I have them in like the 8 range, and I think they're kind of right behind like the Penn States. I was really high on Calandria. He was at Virginia. He was really good there by that offensive line. He goes out to UNLV. I mean, he wins the Offensive Player of the Year in that conference. And remember, I mean, that had Boise State still there. I like their running back group. I mean, even without Emmett Johnson, defensively, they bring in a new coordinator from San Diego State. They're going to run that 4-2-5. I think that group improves. I mean, the problem I felt like they had was at times they just didn't score enough points. They couldn't get it done in the biggest moments. They had a bad loss to Minnesota last year, couldn't score enough points against UCLA, and then they lost 3 straight games to end the season for the Final 5. So I would think a lot of that's fixed with Calandria. I kind of like them more than I don't. I don't think the schedules. I mean, they do get Ohio State at home. I mean, they got to win certain games, but they look to be an 8 or 9 win team to me.
Jeff, okay, so let's try to recreate the Cignetti magic, and UCLA is doing that. They bring in Bob Chesney, and I just looked it up for the first time. I was curious, and maybe there's a connection there with an AD or something I don't know about, but he is, born in Pennsylvania, coached at Delaware Valley, Johns Hopkins, Kings, PA, Holy Cross, and of course was at James Madison for 2 years, got him in the playoff. So it feels like a weird geographical move for him to go all the way across the country. But again, it almost feels like they're trying to recreate the Indiana Cignetti magic. What do you think about Chesney going to UCLA?
Yeah, but I think what you said is actually very interesting, and it's something that I've thought about myself because, like, I remember when they, basketball-wise, hired Mick Cronin.
Yeah. Right?
And Mick Cronin he's like his father. He's a throwback to the old-school coach.
Yep.
Right? He's a gritty inner-city guy.
It's not a L.A. hire.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, for Cronin, it's not sexy to play defense. He wants you to play defense. And, like, you look at Chesney, I mean, as you alluded to, kind of small-town guy, small school guy. But then again, on the devil's advocate, it's worked for Cignetti. But the thing is, Bloomington, Indiana is a lot different than, L.A.
Yeah.
Westwood, John Wooden, big glitzy, glammy. I'm interested. It's an interesting hire, but I think to me it looked a little bit more desperate than anything. I'm not saying Chesney's not a good coach, right? Because what he did at JMU was impressive, but I think he was still, in a way, kind of benefiting from what Cignetti had done there. He had a lot of his players probably there still. It's going to take some time. I think they probably have to realize that. It's not going to happen overnight. but you got to be patient sometimes with the guys. He is young. You got to let him figure his things out. We'll see. It doesn't look good on paper or work, but hey, I mean, with Signetti was at a PSAC school in Pennsylvania, and now he's a national champion and the best coach in the country. I want to say one other thing, Clip, on Michigan. You know, you go from one of the worst coaches in the country to one of the best.
Great point. Yeah, absolutely. A guy that had a weird retire, force out, step down, whatever he did at Utah to land at Michigan. Home run hire and awesome for Kyle Whittingham at the same time.
Yeah, it's such a great hire because you talk about, he just seems to be a great type of hire for Michigan, right? Kind of fits what they do. Rugged, blue collar, defensive, you know, smash mouth football. The question that I have, and I've tweeted this, I don't think Bryce Underwood's that good. And I'm a little worried about it. And, you know, could he just be like a guy who, you know, has some injuries or he just never kind of matriculates into being able to throw the football good enough? You know, like there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the country, right? Like Kansas had one for years. He just graduated. What was his name? Jalen Daniels.
Oh yeah.
Like good quarterback, but never became what people thought he might be. Like every year was always like, oh, he might be a Heisman dark horse or something. And he was good, but he was never great. And the system that they run is it right for him? Like, is that kind of slower, more plodding system right? I think they've got to speed things up a little bit. You know, I have been pretty happy with what Whittingham's done. Whittingham's had a raw deal the last couple of years just because, you know, he never really had a healthy Cam Rising, right? And, you know, Devin Dampier was all right last year, but, you know, I don't know. I wonder if they have the right personnel there. Their defense is going to be good because Jay Hill is from BYU. I mean, they were downright nasty last year at times defensively. You know that.
We saw that up close and personal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of another ECU connection, how about our old friend Lincoln Riley? And look, I liked Lincoln when he was here. He was hired, Jeff. I was like 2 years older than him when he was the offensive coordinator at ECU. It was kind of weird interviewing him. Wow. But the Wonder Boy, and had a fast track, had some great offenses here, went to Oklahoma, got that head job, kind of a weird exit to USC, and already going into year 5. And look, you know, Phil Steele's got him, fourth in the league there, but kind of an afterthought behind the big boys. So feels like he needs to do something this year, right, Jeff?
Yeah, it definitely does. And I think the thing with them is, you know, obviously, the thing about the Big Ten that's difficult, and some other conferences don't deal with it, is, you know, the travel, right? West to east, west. They do have most of their tough games at home, you know, i.e. Oregon, Ohio State, but, you know, they do have to go to Indiana. You know, they do have a nice dynamic, though, and I think a lot of people are looking at them and saying, well, if it's not Oregon, Indiana, or Ohio State, you know, who's next, right? And a lot of people would say it's USC. I'm a big Maava fan. I think he's really good. They're gonna be 4-0 going into that first big game, you know, and it's gonna be a big barometer. But I think they're a lot like you know how like when Ohio State was winning all the Big Tens and like Michigan could never beat them, or the opposite way around where they just didn't have enough. They come across to me, Clip, a lot like Penn State has been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think they'll win like 10 games, but it just won't be enough. I think the question is, like, do they like sneak in the playoff as like a team that wins one game and that's enough? Will that be enough for Lincoln Riley? It seems like they're fine with it, right? Just getting to a playoff or making some hay a little bit, maybe challenging to win a title. They just don't string to me as that great team. They look pretty good, but can they be great?
Mike Loxley going into year 8, I remember saying he should be fired, I think like pre-COVID, and then he did win 7 games, 8 games, but back-to-back 4 and 8 seasons. Maryland down in the dumps. You got Rutgers back there. Purdue has just been brutal. Northwestern, anybody else worth mentioning, Jeff? Wisconsin, Minnesota.
So for all those betting people, like I look at Maryland and I say, good offense, a lot of team totals. They bring in Clint Trickett, who was down at West Virginia for years, good quarterback, definitely knows how to run an offense, fast-paced. Malik Washington's kind of a dynamic quarterback that a lot of people like. Defensively, we'll see what they are. They got 8 starters back. You know, I think they'll be a decent underdog team, right? There's always that team every year that like covers games and they're just right there and they just don't have enough. You know, Loxley, I think this is his last opportunity.
Yeah.
I think you got to get to a bowl game. You got to get there. And that's the thing. We talk about the deepness of this conference, right? Because, even like Michigan State, who was a 4-game win last year. I mean, they have a new coach, Pat Fitzgerald. He's a good coach. What will he do there? Minnesota's always tough. Northwestern, new stadium coming here soon. We know that David Braun's done some good things in his first kind of couple of seasons there.
And this is why, Jeff, you say Big Ten's number one. Even these bottom teams are at worst feisty,
Well, absolutely. And again, the travel stuff kind of plays into it.
Yeah.
We didn't even talk about, a team in Washington who,
right.
Have a good quarterback coming back, and Damon Williams. Jed Fish is in another season there. What will Wisconsin look like with, Colton Joseph, who comes over from Old Dominion? I mean, he had some insane games last year with that group. So it's interesting. Hey, look at Purdue. Barry Odom is a good coach.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if they'll be the doormat they always are. You're always going to get a tough game. You'll have your occasional blowouts, but it's a fun conference up and down. It's really turned into one of my favorites. The only knock I have is I'm not a big noon kickoff guy.
Yeah, I hate that they put the big games there. I'm with you there.
I hate Gus Johnson.
I still have nostalgia for Gus, just his March Madness calls back in the day. But last 3 years, Jeff, Purdue 3-24. Man.
Yeah, have had a lot of blowout losses.
Yeah,
I'll always say, I remember there was a game last year where they played USC, and USC should have covered, and Purdue just had a couple of breakaway touchdowns that shouldn't have happened. They were a pesky, irritating team, but they're not the same. They're bad, but they're well coached, and I think they could be better than average.
Fascinating conference. Great chat, Nadu. Good stuff. Looking forward to breaking down more with you coming up next week. Anything we need to know about you got going on?
Not at this time. But you never know where I'll be. I'm a chameleon type of guy, and all I'll say is this, Clip. All these people, they talk about me. They always have something negative to say. But if you really step back and look at me for what I am, there's very few people that can do what I do. I have a certain set of skills that are very difficult to attain and to do. So just remember that. Don't sleep on me. I got it like that.
I like to do player comparisons, player comps, people comps. I don't have anybody to compare you to. They do. You're one of one.
Yeah. I think I provide endless entertainment in a way you never would realize, and that's what I'm good at.
100%. Jeff, thank you, bud. We'll chat with you next week, man.
You got it. Thanks, Clip. See you then.
All right, Jeff Nadu joining us, Big Ten preview. That's 3 conferences down. We'll continue to do it throughout the summer. And as we have Jeff Nadu on Pirate Radio Live, Dave Portnoy is tweeting about Jeff Nadu. I usually don't bring that world into this world. I just talk sports with him, and that's it. All right, let's take a break. Shirley, as we go to break, you can co-sign or you can disagree with me on this. I'll let you do it. But
okay, go for it.
So I sent Jason Nichols a text and said, enjoyed your time here, J. Nick, but we're going to run the ball more. No more need for wide receivers. But he said, good replacement. And I thought about it, Shirley, the people as a jock sniffer, you're somewhat of a jock sniffer when it comes to some things.
Yeah.
But getting to know Tony Collins, Terrence Copper, Marcus Crandall, Jason Nichols, Kevin Monroe, and now Junior Smith. First of all, and I heard Jackson talking about it, a jock sniffer's dream.
Yeah.
I still pinch myself, but amazing people, the nicest dudes ever.
Yeah, and I'll throw in one more name because I'll go further back. George Kuntz.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I mean, you want to talk about some of the nicest guys on
they're
earth.
Awesome players, and we appreciate that. But just great, genuine people.
I'll add one to the list from when I was a kid. Dwayne Harris. My mom and I went to pick him up for the David Garrard golf tournament, and he was one of the nicest guys. My mom still talks about it to this day. How impressed she was with his character.
Good stuff. Shout out to the coaches that brought in good players and great people to this program. We'll take a break, come back. Pirates in the Pros coming up when we return. Apparently, it was home run derby night. A lot of dingers.
A lot of dingers.
We'll hear it after this.
Ready to take the road less traveled? This July, get behind the wheel of one of the select new 2026 Subaru Forester models at Capital Subaru of Greenville. Get there now, because they have as low as 1.9% APR available for 36 months with approved credit. That's all happening right now at Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru of Greenville, where your adventure begins. Price does not include tax, title, or registration fees. See dealer for details. Offer expires July 31st, 2026.
Aloha, O's fans. Summer is in full swing, and so is Hawaiian Shirt Weekend at the Yard. Catch the O's take on the Atlanta Braves Friday, July 24th and Saturday, July 25th at 7:05 p.m. Be one of 20,000 fans to score a Birdland Hawaiian shirt presented by Old Bay. Don't miss out on one of Birdland's favorite giveaways. Perfect for repping the O's at the Yard, at the beach, and everywhere in between. Get your tickets at Orioles.com/tickets.
And now a word from our sponsor, Bud Light. There's nothing better than the clean, crisp... what if we just got out of here and grabbed some Bud Lights?
But man, we're on air for 4 more hours.
They'll figure it out.
Sounds good to me.
Anything for the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. Stock up now. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Is your car making strange noises? Or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care. From quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
What's better than exploring downtown Washington? Tasting it. Join a food tour with Forks of Little Washington and discover the local flavor. Stroll the historic waterfront and enjoy delicious bites from some of the town's favorite restaurants and specialty shops. Food tours combine great food, local history, and unforgettable stories into one delicious experience. Whether you're a foodie, a visitor, or a local looking for a new adventure, there's no better way to experience Washington. For pricing and reservations, visit forksoflittlewashington.com. Brought to you by visitwashingtonnc.com.
UBE and Pireware.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at Pirateware.com. Go Pirates!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Miles Bear, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across eastern North Carolina, where all residents are membership eligible. Members Members experience in-person service, competitive savings and loan rates, everything from auto, boat, and home loans. First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Jamie had a class with Gerard. Nice guy. Should have taken the football in there to get signed. I had a class with linebacker Josh Chisholm. I think he might have transferred or left the team or something. He was my partner in a video production class or something. And Art Brown, 1,000-yard rusher. I remember having a class with him as well. Try to think of some others. Man, how about a New Blue former Pirate report for our Pirates in the pros? Contact New Blue. Call nublue.com if you need help with anything going on, electric, plumbing, HVAC. The guys at New Blue will take care of you. Shirley pointed this out. You know what? I'm going to call it. If somebody can find some other information, fine. But I'm going to say the most home runs ever hit by former Pirates in minor league baseball happened last night. We'll hear some of those right now. You ready to roll, Shirley? Let's get our Pirates in the pros.
Duo. Line shot, right center field. It's deep. Eaton on the run. Going back near the wall. It's out of here. It's a grand slam for Connor Norby. Cunningham swings at the first pitch, demolishes it to center field. Gladney on the warning track, looks up, and it is gone. Carter Cunningham blasts the game-tying solo homer. We're evened up at 3 in the bottom of the 7th. This one hammered down the right field line, hooking towards the corner, and will drop in a fair ball. Around first, headed for second with an RBI double is Alec Briley. Here's a ground ball, softly hit, perfectly located into right center field. It's a base hit with an RBI attached. And this one turned on deep out to right, and the Barons go back-to-back. Back-to-back pitches, back-to-back homers. This time it's Alec Briley, who in 3 trips is now just a triple shy of the cycle.
Olsen's 3-1. Swinging a high drive, well hit by Moylan, back towards the batter's eye and up against the wall. That ball's gone. At the base of the hotel in left center field, Josh Moylan smashes his 4th home run of the season.
Williams will lead off for the Summer Legends, and he will drive this one to deep center field. And that, I believe, was off of the pitch clock, and that'll be a homer. It's a dozen on the year for Dixon Williams.
Here it is. Line drive, base hit right field. Here comes Nabil around third. Here comes the throw home. Nabil slides. He's safe. Put this one in the win column. Ryan McChrystal, 107 miles an hour off the bat with a base hit to right. Back-to-back walk-off wins for the Dayton Dragons.
Walk 'em off, Rhino. Awesome stuff there. Man, former Pirates putting in work last night in minor league baseball, and one getting it done in Major League Baseball. I should say 2 today. Unfortunately, Gavin Williams didn't get the win. He was awesome, 11 Ks, 7 innings, but the Guardians lost. Alec Burleson 1 for 1 early in the 3rd inning. Cardinals 2, Diamondbacks 0. Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up on a Thursday after this.
Save the date for the biggest party of the football season. Join Pirate Radio on Thursday, September 10th for the annual Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light. It's a night of great music, great friends, and pirate pride as the party returns to the Hilton Greenville and Greenville Boulevard. This year's special guest is ECU legend and Super Bowl champion Linval Joseph.
Ball's out, picked up by the Vikings. Joseph, can he win this long foot race? Linval Joseph, no flags, touchdown Minnesota.
Come welcome Linval back to Greenville, then dance the night away with live music from Trainwreck. Stay tuned to Pirate Radio for your chance to score free tickets to the party of the year, the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, powered by Bud Light, Thursday, September September 10th.
And Jacobs is knocked back, and he didn't make it, and it was Linval Joseph.
Arr, party like a pirate with Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
What's better than exploring downtown Washington? Tasting it. Join a food tour with Forks of Little Washington and discover the local flavor. Stroll the historic waterfront and enjoy delicious bites from some of the town's favorite restaurants and specialty shops. Food tours combine great food, local history, and unforgettable stories into one delicious experience. Whether you're a foodie, a visitor, or a local looking for a new adventure, there's no better way to experience Washington. For pricing and reservations, visit forksoflittlewashington.com. Brought to you by visitwashingtonnc.com.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation! This is your hometown team at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with the Summer Hot Deals event that's making waves across Eastern North Carolina. Score 8% below MSRP on 2026 Ram 1500 Tradesman Crew Cabs, 12% below MSRP on Bighorn, Lone Star, and Laramie models, and an unbelievable 15% below MSRP on Rebel, Limited, and Tungsten Crew Cabs. Now's the time to upgrade your ride. From all of us at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, proud supporters of Pirate Radio and Pirate Nation. Remember, drive a little to save a lot.
Hey Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
This is Ryan McChrystal, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a rough day for the stock market today. The Dow was down 506 points and closed at 51,711. The NASDAQ was down 553 points at 25,137, and the S&P dipped 90 points and ended the day at 7,408. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now back to Cliff.
Man, it was good to have a football show. We're getting in the mood here. Awesome show today with Junior Smith, Rahjai Harris, a preview with Jeff Nadu, the announcement that Linval Joseph will be the special guest at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party this year. And Jackson, I mean, we're getting into later July. I don't want you to force anything, but if you have a Clemson is dead or any MAC takes like you did last year, you had a hell of a 2025. Just let me know when you're ready.
I'm definitely going to run it back 2026. I've already started trying to find some lines, finding what I can. So I'm starting to do a little bit more research this time about the Mac. So it'll be fun.
Looking forward to it. We will see you mañana. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Thank you, Jack Man. Thank you all for tuning in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk to you Friday, 3 o'clock for the crew. I am Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the